I am the shit that need to JK. I am the boss of the ball, that's why I set you free. Who is the least I am the cookers, all I see is me. Making me forget about up for day. I will not salute you, in my philosophy. The coffee at the end of battle, stand upon me. I cannot take it, can't take it anymore. You ain't the cold hard to roll.
You cannot run, you cannot hide or fly away. Escape from yesterday, try to hide when you see me. You cannot run from the fear, you cannot run, you cannot hide or fly away. Escape from yesterday, try to hide when you see me. You cannot run from the fear.
How's it going, everybody? We are back. Today, we got some stuff to talk about. Just realized that we're on the wrong thing. There you go. Got some stuff we got to talk about, namely this thing. This is the lightest of the topics. It's just something I am almost certainly going to disagree with, but let's see what it is that Asmongold's saying. Then we've got some celebrity drama, which isn't really drama. It does, I think. It's gonna border on the damn near criminal. And then we've got some really good news. PewDiePie has uploaded a new video, and we will be watching it together. So I hope you guys are ready. It's gonna be a good day today. Okay, I don't know what the fuck.
So I did see
There you
that Hellblade: Senua's Saga came out. I guess it's probably one of these here popular releases. It's only got like 3,000 people playing the game.
Yeah,
I feel like this release is kind of like, I'm gonna be real, like I feel like we're gonna be getting a notification pretty soon that another studio is gonna be closed. Look, guy, I'm just being real. I'm saying that.
Keep in mind that just before the game launched, the developers put out a notice. Wait. Let me see if I can find the notice, because it was yeah. Let me just put it up. Okay. See, hi everyone. As we've said on the eve of the release of Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, I wanted to thank you, our fans, on behalf of everyone here. Yeah, regular thank you. From the very beginning, we've had you in mind. Truly hope that when you play the second chapter, you'll find that familiar connection. But the thing is, this final paragraph. I believe we have achieved our quest, and I hope you'll agree. I'm very proud of the game, very proud of our team, and very proud of you, our fans, who have supported us on this magical journey. Thank you, Dom Matthews, studio head. I think they knew that no matter what, the game wasn't going to sell amazingly, because it's never going to. It's a very niche thing, right? It's not everybody's into that dark, gory, almost like psychological horror aspect that Senua brings to the table. And not to mention, it's a very short game, so most people aren't going to feel like it's worth their money to pay AAA price for it, right? So this was never going to be a hyper successful game. In fact, I think the game would have been much more successful on the indie market if they had, worse graphics, maybe make it a little longer, make the combat a little bit more dynamic, something that could pull people in. I think that they could have had all of that and more if the game was just an indie title. I think that Senua actually suffered for being a AAA game, and the fact that it's so expensive, even though it's so short and such a tailored experience for such a niche audience, made it so that this game was basically bound to fail no matter what. I still think it's a success in the eyes of the people and in the eyes of gaming as an art form, but in the eyes of gaming as a business, yeah, this was always going to fail.
How it is.
Another massive point of contention with the game is that Hellblade's studio head promised fans a game that should have been at least 8 to 9 hours long, going as far as stating that their fans enjoy shorter games. Meanwhile, every single playthrough that is coming out is around 5 hours long, and people on Twitter have started debating about the insanity of such a short AAA $50 game.
Yeah.
All I'm saying,
game would have been better if it was something more like worse graphics, slightly longer would not have been a problem if the game was like $10. But if they had been able to price the game at $10, game would have been much more successful.
Is like, I feel like this is really bad. The studio literally posted an obituary. They said, a message from the
Oh
studio
yeah, they're talking
head.
about this.
Hi
Yeah.
everyone, we sit on the eve of the release of Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. We want to say thank you. Our fans, behalf of everyone in Ninja Theory, we see you and we hear you, how much love and support. You tell us how much Senua means to you. When you tell us how much you're looking forward to the game and how much faith you have in us to continue Senua's story in a way that does justice to connection to many of the people who love her and to Hellblade. Very beginning of Senua's Saga, we've had to keep in mind that when you play the second chapter of Senua's story, you will find a familiar connection once again, and also that so many more people will find their way to Senua in the world too. Making video games is difficult, much like Senua. We as a team have been guided by conviction to achieve our quest to make this game that sinks you deep into Senua's world and to take you on a journey that leaves you thinking and feeling. I believe we have achieved our quest, and I hope that you'll agree. I'm very proud of the game, very proud of our team, and very proud of our fans who have supported us on this magical journey. He said this is an obituary. Yeah, he's like, this is it. Like, he thinks the studio's gonna get like shut down or
The game released and they knew it was the last game they would release as that studio. I hope, I genuinely hope that the people of this studio can take their narrative chops and dedicate it to more like low budget games. Because with that level of writing that they put into Senua, if they throw all of that weight behind a cheaper project, something with like, and when I say like quote unquote worse graphics, I mean stuff like, for example, this is from one of my favorite games that I've played. This is from Valfaris. I think if Senua had graphics like this, you know, something small, something that's faster to put out graphically, not narratively. I don't think they should like start to fucking speed through the narrative. I think that would be very bad. If they just dedicated themselves to something that is more, you know, low polygon, basically, but kept the same level of quality in terms of writing and narrative building and all of that stuff, I think that they would have gotten a much more successful story. Instead of hearing about a studio shutting down, we'd be hearing about an indie studio that rocked everybody's expectations with this low poly game with super well developed story, amazing narrative, and everybody's just amazed at how well written it is. As is, people are complaining about a 5-hour game because it's $50, right? It's shitty.
like that. Yeah, it's one of those situations. And like the game looks really nice. Here's the thing. But I feel like, you know, Microsoft did a great
It looks really nice, but it didn't need to.
job making sure that nobody cared about this by not talking about it at
Yeah,
all. And
also
I
that.
don't think they really promoted it at all. Like,
That's also a thing. Like, they are not. Good afternoon, Andy. How you doing? How's it going, Sticky? Having lunch, talking about gaming as a business and how some games suffer for it. And I think Senua's Sacrifice suffered a lot for it because by making it AAA, people have an additional set of expectations. They expect more quality, they expect more length, they expect a lot of other things. And not only did Senua, because it was essentially made with an indie mindset, it wasn't able to deliver on those because it's too short, but it also didn't receive the benefits of AAA industry and publishing because it got almost no advertisement. Like the only reason I knew that Senua 2 came out was because other people started playing it, and I was like, "Oh shit, that came out today!" And it's like that's completely ridiculous. A game that would be this well received, but then again, it was too expensive for what it put out, and this game should have been cheaper. This game should have been cheaper, both in the development stage and in the customer stage.
I never heard anything about this game coming out. It's IGN likes it. Yeah, but like, you think that it matters that a video game website likes a game? Who gives a fuck about that?
Who gives a
like
fuck about
New
IGN?
World. Does anybody care?
What did he say?
Who gives a fuck about that? I like New World. Does anybody care? No.
6,000 total players in an MMO is kind of wild.
Nobody gives a shit, and that's it. So I did.
Yeah. Overall, Senua's Saga 2, Hellblade, got shafted by the fact that it got shafted by the fact that it's AAA. It should have been an indie game, and maybe I think they're called Ninja Studio, or who is it? Ninja Theory. Maybe Ninja Theory will be able to, hold some cohesion after this, because it's almost definitely going to shut down. Maybe they'll be able to hold cohesion and start putting out indie titles with the same level of writing. Who knows? We'll see. I hope so. Anyway, on to celebrity scams.
People are more gullible now than they ever have been in the history of this species.
Completely agree. Absolutely right, Penguin Zero.
That is just a fact. People are throwing away any level of thinking and rationality just to believe in the most outlandish garbage imaginable and just falling victim to every scam you could ever possibly.
People want comfort. They want to believe things are going to be okay, and they don't want to be the ones to do anything about it. They just want things to be okay. So it's not gullibility, it's laziness.
Drum up. 3 days ago, the stupid man's genius, Terrence Howard, went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and Joe Rogan only piped up for 13 minutes out of this 3-hour Arkham Asylum debriefing. That's 13 minutes worth of speaking from...
I mean, to be fair, Joe Rogan, in my opinion, is an amazing pod show host just because of the fact that he knows exactly when to shut the fuck up and let the other person talk, because the other person is the person that's being like fascinating for good or bad reasons, right? Like if he's got fucking Kanye there, I'm pretty sure Joe Rogan is going to be silent for 90% of the conversation and just let Kanye spout the dumbest bullshit that you can imagine. Like Kanye is going to be there talking about, I'm a god, I'm this, I'm that, I can see through the ether, Joe. And Joe's just going to be there like, whoa, this is awesome.
Rogan here. The rest was Terrence Howard brainwashing idiots into thinking that he's some kind of enlightened genius. For almost a decade now, Terrence Howard has gone on this international mission to convince the world that teriology is the future.
Teriology? What the fuck is this? Explain that he had formulated his own language of law, which he called teriology, and which he was keeping secret until he had patented it. He claimed would be used to prove the statement 1 times 1 equals 2. What? How can it equal 1? He said, if 1 times 1 equals 1, that means that 2 is of no value because 1 times itself has no effect. 1 times 1 equals 2 because the square root of 4 is 2. What? Bro, what? What's the square root of 2? Should be 1, but we're told it's 2. What? No, the square root of 2 is not 2. It's 1.47, whatever. This Terry always sounds mighty appealing. No, don't. No. Sticky. No. Oh my god, that cannot be. What? Blames his leaving Pratt over disagreements with the professor regarding this hypothesis. He also stated that he spends many hours a day constructing models of plastic and wire they patented and claims to confirm his beliefs. Well, that's stupid. I mean, I can literally prove it to you. I can literally prove to you that in our reality, 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, so we got a group, right? This is the grouping. Inside of this grouping is 1 squiggly. So we take this grouping and we multiply it by 1. And as you can see, we have 1 squiggly. But then we multiply it by 2, and now we have 2 squigglies. This bro's an idiot.
That's what he calls his logic language. Teriology. Let that just marinate in your noodles up here for a second.
I'm gonna grab a Coke. Oh my, what, I can't. I'm not convinced, Andy. I think the stereo has something to do with. Oh, okay, well. Loud ass can pop
believing in
is
a
my
guy who's
response.
fucking preaching about teriology. So, there already exists so many people that have broken down everything Terrence Howard is wrong about in the teriology logic language system. I'm just going to focus on his biggest one. 1 times 1 equals 2. That is something that he has built his entire fucking identity around when it comes to his math. And for the first 9 years of this one-man traveling circus, everyone laughed at him because it's so outrageous.
He's
If
a
we
fucking
followed
idiot.
teriology, cars, phones...
He's either. Here's the thing, and here's why this sort of thing is dangerous. He's either an idiot, and so much of an idiot that he actually should not be allowed in the public sphere because he's too influential. So that's option one. He's either so much of an idiot he needs to be locked away, or two, he knows he's doing this. He knows he's misleading people who believe him, and he's doing it anyway because he's a manipulative piece of shit and should be locked away for it for scamming people. It's like that. Either way, bro should be locked up.
phones, planes, medicine, literally everything that is keeping you alive right now would not exist because his logic language is fundamentally wrong. It's not up for interpretation. He
Yep.
is provably wrong in every possible measurement. And I want to dive into this deeply because
Bro
so
is
many
a dumb
people are
cookie.
thinking that he is correct. They are throating his cock and balls, literally slobbering all over his meat because he went on Rogan and used words they didn't understand. So since they didn't understand the words, they took it as a sign that this guy's the fucking chosen one when it comes to math. I'm not even mad at Terrence Howard. I want to make that clear. I'm mad that a lot
I am, because there's no way he's this ignorant with as much knowledge that's available to him and as much resources. There's no way he's this ignorant, which means he's taking advantage of people and he knows how easy it is to manipulate people and he's taking advantage of it. So yeah, I absolutely blame him.
a lot of people think Terrence Howard is right. I'm more mad at the gullibility of people to just take this at face value without doing any level of thinking for themselves. It's so easy now for people to just throw away their own thoughts and just let people tell them what they should believe in. They're like, yep, that sounds right. I want to believe in that, so I will. It's so fucking frustrating because that sets us so far back.
You
Now,
severely
before I-
underestimate the ability of a fool to ignore what is in front of their own eyes. True. True. But he's got too many resources. That's just it, right? He's trying to prove something. And if you're trying to prove something, and this is something that the flat Earth community has bumped into a lot. The people in charge of the flat Earth community are very manipulative motherfuckers, right? And they constantly talk about wanting to prove things, but they never do. They talk about all these experiments that they would do if they had money, but then you give them the money and then they never do it. Because you know what happens every time somebody who doesn't understand what the leadership of the flat Earth movement is doing, every time that they get the resource to do an experiment that they do the experiment, they get proven wrong. Yes, but that's not the leadership. That is influential people inside of the community that manage to accrue the money themselves. And those people get immediately shunted out of the community. Because they are, yeah, it's like this guy, Terrence Howard, he actually sat down and wrote an entire treatise on this, right? He wrote down the logic scheme, which means he knows it's false. He knows it's fake. Because there's no way that he'd be able to write it without realizing that. There's no way. He couldn't. He would bump into the problem of actual mathematics, right? Which means he didn't just write it, he wrote it in such a way that it would deceive somebody who doesn't know any better. There are layers of obligatory manipulation here because it just would not work without those layers of manipulation.
Before I even dive deep into this rabbit hole, I want to tackle his biggest one that he has always put on the boxing gloves and fought for the honor of. which is 1 times 1 equaling 2. He even made his own YouTube video here
Oh my
explaining how
fucking
1
God.
times 1 equals 2.
No. No, what? Oh my fucking. Oh, he's a fucking idiot. We know what the square root of 2 is, dipshit. It's fucking. I thought it was 1.47. It's 1.41, 42, etc., etc., etc. But it's like that. I hate this guy. I actually hate this man. I really, really, really dislike old buddy, old pal. I do not like him. I wish to beat him with a wet sock. Not to hurt him, just to make myself feel a little better.
And admittedly, if you set aside everything that he's wrong about, he's still fucking wrong. He doesn't even come
I actually almost choked on my Coke, the way he said that. If you set aside everything he's wrong about, he's still fucking wrong.
close to accidentally tickling something correct. He is fishing around in the dark looking for a urinal to piss on, but he keeps pissing on the floor because he can't find it. He doesn't decide to just turn the lights on.
And by the way, like the reason why this is making me so upset is because when I was in 8th grade, me and a friend, we spent, like, in 8th grade, by the way, we were fucking kids. We spent an entire afternoon trying to figure out a way to calculate square roots, like trying to reverse engineer it. And that shit was not easy. Specifically, we tried to calculate the next number whose square root was like an actual like whole number, right? So like and sure, you could just do that by, multiplying the number by one number by itself and then you know what it is. But it's like if you get an insane number, like being able to calculate whether or not that number is going to result in something, or I don't remember exactly how we did it, but we got really close, and the teacher was actually really impressed with it, until she pointed out that, but you don't know this that we haven't taught you yet, and then we were like, oh well, that's just not fair. We felt kind of cheaped out by that, but yeah, it was a little upsetting.
wants to live in this absolute like void of logic. I am going to demonstrate why 1 times 1 can never equal 2. A 3rd grader could do this, and I'm going to break it down in a way that no matter how stupid you are, and no matter how much you want to believe in this concept, it can't work. In no dimension in the multiverse could this ever be a
I'm sure in the multiverse, there's a universe where 1 times 1 is 2. If everything is possible, then so is that.
real possibility. So when you're saying times, when you're using multiplication here, you're talking about the groups of something. So one group of 1 is 1. But let's get more physical with it. And I'm going to do it using a physical object here. We're going to get real, kinetic with it. And I'm going to use the GamerSupps Moist Waifu Cup. So
Nice.
This is me on the cup, big titty
Wait, that's you?
anime girl. It's available
Honestly, would.
at gamersupps.gg. I'll put a link to it in the description. It's available for the next 2 weeks. This just seemed like a natural segue into mentioning that while I demonstrate this. Now let's put this concept into practice in a real world scenario. You catch me at the grocery store, you say, "Pardon me, Charles, looking extraordinarily breedable as ever today. I have this box of moist GamerSupps waifu cups. Come take a peek."
Jesus
And I
Christ.
march on over and I say, "By Jove, look at that. There is a single moist waifu shaker cup in that box. There is one box with one moist GamerSupps cup in it.
1 times
One
1.
box with one cup. I pick that up. I would have one shaker cup. 1 times 1 equals 1. That's just how it works.
Yes.
There's not any scenario where all of a sudden this waifu shaker cup is going to start budding.
The only way that 1 times 1 equals 2 is if you're not counting just one thing. And at which point it's not 1 times 1, it's 1 plus 1, right? Because we're counting the shakers, right? We're counting the waifu cups, which means that the box in which the waifu cups come doesn't matter. So the only thing that matters is that first one. We're only counting the first one that is multiplied by the other. The other is a multiplier, not something that we're going to count. It's not real.
like it's fucking SpongeBob, and I'll end up with 2 somehow. That's not how it works. I have one box that has 1 cup in it. You come up to me again, this time it's at a Sam Ash music store, I'm fucking blowing away at a trumpet. You say, Charles, check out these moist Gamer Supps waifu shaker cups I have in these boxes. I say, oh, how many cups are per box? You say, there's 2 waifu shaker cups in these boxes, and I have 2 boxes. 2 boxes of 2 waifu shaker cups, that's
5.
4 total
Damn,
waifu
got-
shaker cups. 2 times 2. It's like this shouldn't be a hard thing for people to grasp. These aren't hard to understand, but when you have someone like Terrence Howard preaching just completely incorrect things, it's able to mislead people who want to believe in something different, that want to have this big paradigm shift
Some
in
people just want to be
mathematics,
special.
which I don't really get. Why do you want mathematics to change? The only reason you're alive right now is because of that. You would have likely already been mauled by a bear, died from an infection, died from dysentery, wouldn't have made it past the Oregon Trail, like way before you even made it to whatever your current age is, if we didn't have math. We wouldn't be where we are today. You wouldn't be watching this. You would likely be out there hunting and gathering and probably dying in the process. There is nothing
I think
that
I'd
changes
survive
about
the
this
hunting
kind of
and gathering
concept when it comes to
stage,
math.
Moist.
Now, it's
I-
important to
I-
note,
that's-
I'm not a
I'm
mathematician.
built
That's
that.
something Terrence Howard
I'm
and I
built
have
like
in
that.
common. But I think if I was a mathematician, most of you would trust me less. You'd think I'd been indoctrinated by big math or something to keep the genius revolutionaries like Terrence Howard
That is-
down
that
when it
is
comes
true.
to these innovative concepts of new math.
No one trusts
No,
teachers, especially
an
math
actual
teachers.
child could prove why 1 times 1 will always equal 1 and never 2. It doesn't take a genius to prove that Terrence Howard is wrong. It
Because
takes
he's wrong on such a basic level.
an ordinary person using their own brain a little bit. And Terrence Howard is hoping that you're not one of those people that think for themselves. For some reason, we've entered the age where people don't trust experts anymore. The individuals that have dedicated their lives to a certain subject.
I mean, to be fair, the whole reason why people don't trust experts is because experts have, in recent years, made themselves untrustworthy. In a lot of situations, and we can talk about COVID all we want, but it predates that. In a lot of situations, even in the past like 10 years, there's a lot of times where somebody who is an expert, rather than explaining something after being queried or challenged on a knowledge that they have, they choose to instead dismiss the interaction and just say, I'm right because I'm an expert. And the reason why that instinctively feels wrong to you is because that's not a real argument. That's just you using your authority to lie to people. It's like, I can say I'm a cop, I know the law, and then tell you that, yeah, you legally have to give me all the money in your wallet if I'm a cop. And it's like, if somebody just believes me because I'm a cop, I'm still stealing from them. I'm still wrong. And every day you have videos of supposed experts saying things that are outright either incorrect or just straight up lies. And so, yeah, people over the past few years have been more and more and more and more distrustful of experts. And this is especially true in journalism. And with the past few years of people finding out all sorts of shit about the way shit works in government, in medicine, in science, whatever, and then getting not just told that they're wrong, but actively attacked for it. People losing their jobs, people losing their careers, people losing their ways to communicate over being a dissenting opinion. Of course, people are going to trust the experts less because the experts, rather than making use of their expertise, they're making use of force. And you'd never trust that person, ever. Specifically people and come with all the baggage that normal people have. Yeah, normal people once given power are now prone to corruption. And this is just a fact of life. If you have power, you can be corrupted. And experts have the power. Oh, what the fuck just happened? Accidentally tapped the thing. We were 6 minutes in, roughly. Yeah, there. They are easily corrupted because they have that power of expertise. And here's the thing: most experts, especially scientific experts, They went through life, at least the earlier stages of life, the stages of life that form your personality, being pushed around by everybody else. It is a literal late game build where everybody pushes you around at the start, everybody's cooler than you, everybody's better than you, everybody acts like you're the worst person to be around, and then suddenly you're the most important. But that only comes at the end of the game. Which means congratulations. Now this person has all of this baggage from when they were small and weak, and everybody pushed them around. And now they're the expert. Now they're the one in charge. Now you can't do anything to them, and they can do whatever they want to you. And of course, people are going to abuse that. It's just how nature works.
Subject like math now have the most scrutiny from the average ordinary person, thinking that they're wrong and evil. There must be like a puppet master behind the scenes controlling the experts. Instead, the average person would rather put their faith in someone that has never studied math and never done anything properly in the subject that they're preaching about, like Terrence Howard. He has dedicated his life to being wrong. Meanwhile, the expert
He's dedicated his life to being a mediocre actor. Let's be real.
that just get fucking torched by people that don't understand math have an entire history of inventions to show for it that these people are literally using to criticize them. These inventions that they take for granted is the product of that math, not Terrence Howard's teriology math. If teriology was the correct mathematics, where are those drones that he was talking about for Uganda? Where is all of the potential huge breakthroughs
Drones
using
for
teriology?
Uganda?
Where
What?
are those inventions?
Wait, drones for you? What? What the fuck? What is he talk? I want to develop a new hydrogen technology in Uganda. What? Okay, he's about to talk about it. Okay, good, good. What the what?
Now, over a year ago, I did make a video on Terrence Howard going over some of his more ridiculous and embarrassing moments. I'm not going to really harp on those here because
What
a
the
lot of people went
fuck?
from Joe Rogan to that video and said that
What
I was
is
just
bro
attacking him
waffling?
on like a personal level or something, which I really wasn't. I was just explaining why a lot of this
Okay,
is so
but like
silly and I
personal
was
attacks are
making fun of it.
sometimes
As
warranted.
everyone used to do back when we used to think for ourselves instead of just be spoon-fed all of our opinions.
Sometimes
So,
a personal attack
what I
is
did
warranted.
talk about in that video is something I'm going to briefly mention though. He tried to scam all of Uganda by promising them these drones that literally just don't work. I'm just going
What a piece of shit, dude.
to play you a clip from that again to remind you that Terrence Howard uses this math in pretty nefarious ways from time to time, like in the case with Uganda drones from the hydrogen proton geometry.
Was there for 2 years until I saw that there was an inconsistency with the math there. And so I went out to explore a new way of understanding how the universe works, and I was able to define the grand unified field equation they've been looking for and put it into geometry.
Once again, just a friendly reminder, there is
None of those words go together.
Been looking for, and I was able to define the grand unified field equation they've been looking for and put it into geometry.
Dude, if we're talking about physics and chemistry, like that has nothing to do with there's no unified anything. They've been trying to figure out a way. He says, but it's like, what? No, none of that makes sense. Man, I must be just a completely different individual from most people because of like if somebody says something that doesn't make sense to me immediately, I'm not gonna accept it, my guy. I don't know what you're talking
once
about.
again just a friendly reminder. There is
I guess I'm just fucking Inquisition brained. It's like, what? I don't understand what you're saying. Burn the witch.
nothing more consistent than 1 times 1 equals 1. To represent it one more time, I have one box with one waifu cup in it. 1 times 1. The total
Charlie
waifu cups is 1.
tweaking out
One
about
box
this guy.
has one of these in there. There is one of these in total.
And then with that geometry, I was able to put props on that. And what I'm saying is now we have invented a new form of flight that I would like to bring here to Uganda to replace the drones, to replace the helicopters, to replace the planes. Now, this is the geometry of hydrogen.
The geometry of the geometry of fucking hydrogen. He's talking about this, by the way. A line. That this is the geometry of hydrogen. Well, it's actually more like this. It's a but. This is hydrogen. This is the geometry of hydrogen. Right here, guys. This is it. Bro is waffling his fucking heart out.
Hydrogen. This is the proton itself. So
Proton.
any bond that hydrogen can make, our linchpins are able to make.
It's been 2 years since this, and it doesn't seem like Uganda's any closer to having those Terrence Howard promised hydrogen proton geometry new flight machines that reinvent flight as we know it. But maybe it's just a project that takes a long time. Maybe he's at Area 51 right now cooking that shit up with the aliens. Who's to say? There's just no updates on it. So I'm excited to see Terrence Howard's update on these hydrogen proton geometry flying machines. But let's be fair here. Let's take a peek at both sides. Terrence
Proof of
Howard
the
actually
world.
did publish something trying to prove that 1 × 1 = 2 and that the world of science and math is wrong. You can read through the whole paper yourself if you'd like, and hopefully you'd come to the obvious conclusion that he is still incorrect in everything that he's breaking down here. He's using all these incredible leaps in logic to get to his conclusion. What I want to highlight, though, is in his own paper here, he has a whole section dedicated to the Anunnaki Sky People. Some call them the Anunnaki, the Sky People. Whoever they were that gave naive generations some 6,000 years ago a multiplication table and a flat view of universal geometry, they gave that poor, misguided people a false axiom upon which to build their world. In a paper that's supposed to all be about logic and math, where the fuck did the Anunnaki Sky People come from here like a jump scare? What in the world? That should immediately trigger your bullshit alarms. That is unhinged to include in this.
I'm sorry. That's what should trigger my bullshit alarm? What the fuck? What about this? How would this not trigger the bullshit alarm? I got stuck on the first fucking line.
Bullshit alarms. That is unhinged
Jesus
to
Christ,
include
man.
in this. Like, it showcases that he fundamentally doesn't even understand where math comes from in the first place. He makes it seem like math is something that was given to us. Math is
Figure
not
that
an
shit out
invention.
ourselves, dog.
Math is a discovery. It's something we learned. It's not something that we created based upon an Anunnaki Sky People gift. A ruse from the Anunnaki. Also, I love how he can just slide in whatever nonsense he wants without any type of citation or proof behind it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is all based upon what the Anunnaki gave us 6,000 years ago. Well, trust me, I know. I was there, actually. I saw it. Terrence Howard, I'm immortal. I saw it. I was actually there.
His version of
during the-
mathematics allowed him to create a time machine to go back and see it, and then he looked at the actual original equations, and then with those original equations, he figured out the new math.
Trade of the Anunnaki geometry and the naive generation 6,000 years ago. That's how. That's my proof. That's my evidence. Like, people just take what he says and just run with it. Like, oh, that's great. And like, they ignore it. Like, on Joe Rogan, he had a whole section dedicated to how he can remember his birth.
I was inside my mother's womb.
I mean, there's people who can do that. That's just having an eidetic memory. That's a thing. Some people have that. It's not about being smart or being dumb. It's just a thing you can have.
And I was about maybe 6 months inside the womb. And I'm like, okay, don't forget I'm here. Okay. Don't forget. You go to sleep. You wake up again. Now something's moving in front of you. And you're like, oh,
Bro is
that's
high
my
as
friend.
a kite.
But I had a different name for it. I didn't know it was my hand. But I knew I had a title for it. Go back to sleep, all of those things. Then ultimately you get ready to come out. I remember all of that.
You remember coming out?
Remember being compressed.
That is legitimately not possible. There were some doctors that weighed in on this because a lot of people were like, this is incredible. He truly is like the super genius. He even remembers being in his mom's womb.
No.
You can't. You actually can't. You don't even start storing memories in your brain at those stages because
Oh.
it is still developing. So they're not
Oh.
fully developed. Thus,
Okay.
those parts
Well,
that
I
are
take it back
responsible
then.
for memory
If it's
storage
not,
and memory
when we're born, our brain size is probably a quarter of the size of the adult. Dr. Stern says the brain develops. Like, I know there's some people who remember like being born and have memories of inside the womb because of an eidetic memory, but that's not like about intelligence. It's just a quirk of your brain that can do that. At birth, that becomes not yet fully, meaning it cannot perform important memory retrieval functions until years later.
retrieval aren't there yet. You can't. And you certainly wouldn't be able to recall them. Now, a couple doctors did say that in very rare cases, you can recall some feelings, which is why if you had like a traumatic birth, that could play a role in your life later
Oh.
on. Like, you do form memories as a baby, but due to infantile amnesia, you can't recall them. So the memories you're forming are things
thought
like
eidetic
your mother's
memory
face,
people could.
shit like that. As a baby,
I
you
see.
do form those memories. You can recall your mom's face, but as you grow up, you are never going to remember those moments. You can't. Except in like extraordinarily rare cases, which don't have a ton of documentation surrounding or proof around, but there are a couple of cases where people do claim that they can. But in Terrence Howard's case, not even those extraordinary circumstances go as far as him, where he's remembering in the womb and saying to himself, don't forget, and then giving a name to his hand. That's just ridiculous. And then he says that the proof of this on Rogan is that when his wife was pregnant, he'd shine a light on her belly and then play music. And he did that for like a week, and then he stopped shining that light and playing the music, and then the baby's hand pushed on his mother's stomach. That was his proof that Terrence Howard remembered everything in his mom's womb. Once again, a complete misunderstanding of the things that he's fucking talking about with it. And there were a lot of people that said like, oh, that was a really weird section. But he was
Yeah.
right about everything else. Why are we ignoring things like that? That is not something you should ignore. That is very clearly a red flag in the logic and the person behind the logic. It's ridiculous. Like, they're like, oh, no, he was definitely weird about the whole remembering being in the womb nonsense. But he was totally right about gravity not being real. Like, disproving gravity, he fucking nailed. And 1 × 1 = 2, absolutely on the money with it. Been saying it for years. It's so ridiculous. People just want to believe in the most, like, I don't even know the right word for it. The most over-the-top special ideas just to feel like they're smarter than everyone else. At least that's the impression I get. Because there is no way you would ever logically reach these conclusions unless you just wanted to believe Terrence Howard because it's fun and it makes you feel special. That's the only way. Because if you ever try and employ any of these in the real world, they fall on their fucking face. Again, 1 × 1 never equals 2. So if you ever try and use any of the teriology in your day-to-day life, it's not going to work. You're going to be left high and dry with your dick in your hand. It's not going to function. It can't.
I do
It
like
doesn't.
having my dick in my
And
hand, though.
for some reason, we are now in this age where people are just like, it doesn't matter. He's probably still right. Like,
Oh
what
my
the
God.
fuck? It's so stupid and frustrating. It really is. Like, again, I'm not even mad at Terrence Howard. Like,
He's
it's
probably
not
still right as a
crime
crazy
be
way to
dumb.
do things.
And it's not wrong to like pursue things outside of the already established, mainstream belief system. I think that's extremely important to a healthy society, always challenging the things that you're given. But this is the exact opposite. People aren't challenging what Terrence Howard is feeding them. They're just accepting it with a fucking smile on their face and not asking any questions. Terrence Howard pursuing this is not the biggest deal in the world to me. In fact, I do think in a lot of cases that can be really helpful. If someone goes out and challenges like some really well-established theories or whatever, like, let's see. It's always important. But he has come back with incorrect conclusions and still preaches about how everyone else is wrong without ever demonstrating why he's right. He has nothing to show for his teriology. No creations, no inventions.
He basically, from what I'm seeing, from what Moist here showed, essentially, Terence will make a claim. 1 × 1 = 2. And then he'll go, why? Well, because if 1 × 1 = 1, then 3 = 2. That's just 2 conclusions. Where is the thought process? And they're completely unrelated, right? It's like there's no situation in which 1 × 1 ever has any relation to 3. Unless we're talking about 3 × 1, in which case, yes, that's 3. Otherwise, it would be 4. The guy's an idiot. Well, actually, no, the guy's not an idiot. The guy's a liar.
Inventions, nothing. So it should immediately right there stop for him and be like, okay, you know what? This was, a fruitless endeavor. I didn't get anything out of this. Maybe the math that we have is correct and is consistent because look at all we have to show for it. Look at all of this around us. We're surrounded by the product of mathematic breakthroughs. And Terrence Howard's math has nothing like that. So it should have come back like, okay, it was worth a try, didn't happen, we move on. And then he could have gone into different avenues to pursue more knowledge or more discoveries, but he hasn't. He has locked himself down to something that is completely false, and he's taking as many people with him as he can.
I mean, he's
and
making money off of it, so
sucks.
yeah.
People need to stop just taking in other people's perspectives as their own and start actually just thinking for themselves and putting into practice the things that they're being told to see if they make sense.
People don't want to do that.
And if they're right.
People got better shit to do than to think.
That's it. I mean, that's really about it. I'm not going to keep droning on about this. It's just so fucking frustrating. That's it. See ya.
Okay. So.
What's this? Helldivers 2 steps down.
Shut up. Go away.
People are more.
It's important to remember a lot of the times, and if you're ever confused as to why people are so gullible or whatever, what is this? Am I getting warnings here? If you're ever wondering why people are so gullible about something or why people are so easily convinced of something that's untrue or any of that, just remember that for 99% of our history, everyone you've ever met would be incredibly ignorant about the world around them. And that leads to an evolutionary mindset where the vast majority of people are not just uncaring as to how the world works, they literally cannot comprehend it no matter how hard they try. And that leads to people being easily convinced of things that aren't true. But anyway, PewDiePie uploaded a new video, so let's watch it. What do you do?
Okay.
What?
Ken!
Felix!
You know when strangers start small talking with you, they get in there, right? They ask you questions. So, Ken, what do you do for a living?
Are you a YouTuber? Look, I'm never going to see you again in my life. Do I really have to tell you my life story?
Give me a second. I'll be right back. This is going to be a good one. Oh, okay.
You complete stranger. Go, like, leave me alone.
I don't want to tell you someone's asking me questions. I am a YouTuber. Oh, yeah, but I'm not that kind of YouTuber, okay?
What do you mean not that kind of
YouTubers, they're the
YouTuber?
worst. We know because we are YouTubers. YouTubers ruin YouTubers, they're the worst. We know because we are YouTubers.
Oh, YouTube Rewind.
YouTubers ruin everything, and right now, Ken, YouTubers are ruining Japan.
No, not Japan. It was the Holy Land.
The Holy
Holy Land. So this all started, of course, with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Now it's become an infestation.
Oh, man.
All these
It's been so long since I've seen that little clip.
started, of course, with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Now
That clip actually triggered core memories.
it's become an infestation. All these YouTubers are coming, trying to be as obnoxious as possible, get a bunch of attention, get a bunch of hate clicks, bing bada boom bada bang. And now, Ken, it's come so far that Japan is actually starting to take action. The military of Japan did a drill where they simulated a bunch of YouTubers driving into their military base to live stream.
I'm playing this on
Just tell him to beat him up. It's like if he gets in the way, beat the shit out of him. He's not from around here. It's okay. What's he gonna do? Call the cops?
The camera. I like the looks around. Like, what did I do wrong? I didn't do anything. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, arrest him.
Yeah, beat his ass. Get him.
Yeah,
Cook 'em.
get that YouTuber.
Get the bomb,
YouTuber.
get the bomb
Even got the
squad
bomb
out here.
squad.
Who knows what they got? They've never cleaned anything.
Yeah, you can't go inside of a YouTuber's van. You will die immediately. The smell.
No. It's just a drill thing.
Anti-terrorism.
YouTubers
You
are
treat them like-
terrorists according to Japan.
I think you have to do that though. Like you have to treat them as though they very much might be, because if you don't, then what happens when an actual terrorist pretends to just be a harmless YouTuber, right? You have to pretend. You have to treat them as though they are that threatening.
And and they're not that
so
far off.
accurate.
That's the thing. They're not even
Oh my
that
God.
far off.
Not even that far off.
Sorry to interrupt the video.
Yo,
There's something
what
I
the
wanted to
fuck
tell
is
you
this
guys.
human?
There's a G Fuel BOGO sale. Yes.
No way.
BOGO. What does it
BOGO.
mean? I don't know. But you buy one, you get one. Hooray! There's also a new PewDiePie anime edition tub.
No
Beautiful.
fucking way,
Look
dude.
at that. So good. This is one of my favorite looking ones so far. Don't miss out on this one. Anime. I love G Fuel so much. It's clean energy. Gives you laser focus. Zero sugar, zero crash, zero... What did I write? Zero stir. Anyway, use code PewDiePie, link in the description. Thanks for watching.
So recently, I even saw you did a video on it because there was a bunch
I did
of
not
YouTubers
skip the
doing all of
sponsor
this
out of
crazy
respect
stuff in
for the
Japan.
king of
When it
YouTube.
first came out, like I didn't want to cover it because I just thought like you're just giving them more attention. Don't talk about it. Just leave them alone.
I think that's a good way of thinking about it. You know, if you don't want to give them attention, so just don't talk about it. But at the same time, you kind of have to sometimes. You kind of have to just realize that there is a level of notoriety that you can add to something by talking about it. But once that level of notoriety has been cleared, like if something is already getting millions of views, 0% sugar, 100% caffeine. Wait, was that in the sponsor? I wasn't paying attention. We skip sugar, go straight to adrenaline. Yeah. It's like it's instead of drinking coffee, we just punch ourselves in the chest a few times. Oh, okay, it wasn't in the sponsor. Okay, I was like, what was that in the sponsor? Yeah, I was actually like, what? But it's like once something clears a certain level of notoriety, you kind of talking about it isn't going to make it any worse, right? Like if other people are already talking about it, if other people have already reacted to it, you talking about it isn't going to make it worse, but it might make it better.
Don't be idiots. But now Japan,
That is
like
what they're
this, is
essentially
starting to
advertising.
take actual
G Fuel?
action
Yeah,
against
kinda.
these sort of things. The most recent thing is this.
Gamer subs is better
Mount
for
Fuji
if you're just
blocking
gonna be
view.
Oh,
gaming.
I did
Heard
see
about this?
something about this, but I
Like
didn't
what
understand
caffeine
what was
and
going
shit.
on really.
In Japan, they have these konbinis, and there's Lawson, which is like iconic for Japan. And then you have Mount Fuji here in the background. Beautiful shot. People love it.
Pretty
You
cool.
get Mount Fuji, you get the Lawson, you stand in front, you go like, look at this. I saw someone else do this exact photo, so I have to do the exact same thing because
I am unique. Me. That's YouTubers.
I have to
you
do
know?
the exact same thing someone else did because I'm also unique. That's
See someone
hilarious.
else make a video. The only thing that can make that video better is if you make
I
it.
realized as I was making fun of it. Yeah.
God, it's the hardest part of being a YouTuber is when you copy someone's video and then you gotta title it and you're like, but they got such a good title. Good. How can I make it unique and mine?
God damn it. What the fuck? Castello. What? Water. Oh, Minecraft, but with a duck.
Fuck! You got the good title already, but my thumbnail is better. Take on
Honestly, when you're
mine.
gaming, you don't want caffeine because you just get a higher heart rate without the payout of using that burst of energy. Yeah, I mean, what's the difference between G subs and G fuel? Wait. Gamer subs. I'm trying to see if I can. Ingredients, maybe. Are ingredients. What you'd rather want for gamers are things like any vitamins, really. Yeah, and Jamer subs. What? G subs has it has vitamins, so C and D3. So C for immune system stuff, and D3 because most of the US is deficient in it. It's got amino acids, got a little bit of caffeine, it's got stuff for eye health, it's got antioxidants, it's got sweeteners. Yeah, so This isn't to say that G Subs is like healthy. Obviously, it's an energy drink, right? But it's also not going to be as bad as G Fuel that is like pure sugar and caffeine.
I'd been to this Lawson by mistake, Ken. We were staying at our Airbnb nearby, and I was like, why are the people on the other side of the room taking pictures of a Lawson? And then it hit me. I'm like, oh, I'm at that Lawson. Oh, I had that feeling, Ken. I had the thought. I was like, oh, I should take a photo. And then I saw there was no crosswalk, and you can't jaywalk in Japan. That's like murder.
G Fuel's more
So I
of
was
an
just like,
instant burst of energy. G Fuel is caffeine. Like it's for actual, sports. Like you drink that because you need energy because you're doing sports. That's it. That's what you use that for. If you're just gonna be sitting at home, you're just gonna be sitting in your fucking chair, gaming, and going, and it's gonna fuck you up. It's like like we have friends that just abuse the fuck out of energy drinks and caffeine, and none of them are having a good time.
like, f it, I'll take it tomorrow. Next
you get
day,
pre-diabetes
super
like me.
overcast, can't see. I'm like, God damn it.
Pre-diabetes is wild.
And now they're putting up a big fucking cover so people can't take photos of it because people are blocking too much.
Get out of here.
God damn, I never heard of that. Like blocking the view of a natural element. I love this, by the way. Look how many people. Jaywalk! You can't do that! Look at the guy with it.
Leaving your Airbnb?
Nah, that would never be me. I love the guy with the lightsaber. These are everywhere in Japan trying to direct people. He's trying to stop him. Like, don't do it!
And when I was younger and I wanted to stay up entire nights gaming, yeah, but like
it's overcast.
There is a reason why you don't want to do that. Like, if you don't naturally have the energy to do that, you shouldn't be doing it, right? Because it'll fuck you up long term. Especially when you take like caffeine at a young age, it'll fuck you up. Like, I'm a guy, like I don't work out all that much, right? I'm still in better physical shape than 90% of other guys, even if I'm physically weaker. But I'm in better shape than 90% of other guys that I know because I don't drink, smoke, or do like caffeine at all. And keep in mind, like, the reason why I don't do those things is because I don't like them, right? I don't like the taste of coffee, so I don't drink that much of it. I don't like the taste of alcohol, so I don't drink it. I don't like the smell and the taste of smoke, so I don't smoke. So all these other people who do that stuff, like, they kind of fuck themselves up because they enjoy these things and I don't. So I'm in, like, just by default, I have a better physique than them, and I'm like, easy dub.
Still taking the photo. You can't see it. You can't see Mount Fuji. Why are you taking the photo? What are you trying to accomplish? Anyway, I didn't think I would get this worked up over the start. It is really frustrating because, like, for a lot of people, Japan is an escape of this bad behavior that's just done in public a lot of times. Not saying the whole world is like terrible, but you know, Japan is generally seen as more polite, and therefore people want to protect that. It's always frustrating to see this.
Obviously.
But of course there's gonna be people that want to take advantage of that, which is this YouTuber, which we will not name, and I'll blur his face because it's not worth anyone's time.
He's a terrorist. He's a terrorist.
But we will still ridicule. His goal was to travel all across Japan without paying any money. And none of it makes any sense. He's just clearly here just to piss people off. So he enters his bus.
I think in Japan, people pay when they go out of the bus. It's time to go down, so...
Yes. 680, yeah.
Six. Only this.
80.
No, no,
80.
no.
Police.
No, no.
Come on, police station. 80.
Yeah, police. Call the police.
Shit, dude.
I like this
What an
guy. I
actual
like this guy a
asshole.
lot. 18 yen, police. Absolutely based.
Based bus driver, obviously. But what a piece of shit.
Does he not have that, by the way? 18 yen? There's no way he doesn't have that.
I mean, the whole point is that he's going across Japan without paying, so, like, of course he wouldn't have the money. Even if he did have the money, he wouldn't pay. Like, that's the whole challenge, right? He set himself a challenge to not pay for anything, so he's not going to pay for anything. Pewds, come on, you're a YouTuber, you should know this.
He's just, like, refusing to pay for drama. That has to be it.
Oh, yeah,
There's
he's
no way.
He's saying, I think I got in trouble, guys.
I don't know what he's saying.
I don't know what he's saying. I think I'm in trouble, guys. Nah, you think?
Fuck English! That was English, you An idiot! Dude, actually, to be fair, Japanese people do this to me, where they're so shocked that if you speak Japanese, they just refuse to understand you. Yeah, they're like,
Like, what?
I get it. Like, I probably say it so badly that they don't get it, but at the same time,
Brother,
I'm like,
speak English.
I know, just meet me halfway. Just meet me halfway, please. I was trying to order McFlurry. God damn it. So, a lot of words that are
McFlurry.
Americanized
Just say
has
that.
to fit their...
I've seen memes of this. Yeah, it's like a McFlurry.
Was that racist?
What? McFlurry? Oh,
Yeah, so a lot of words just sounds like racist, but it's actually how it's said. When I'm at the drive-thru, I'm trying to order McFlurry, and I go McFlurry, but they're like, McFry potato? McFlurry. And they're like, they just don't get it. I'm like, desato, like dessert, ice cream. Ugh, why don't they get it? And then I squint. It's not McFurari. It's McFururi. And they're like, oh, McFururi. Oh, so. I'm like, God damn it.
it's the Flurry, of course.
And apparently a lot of people, I'm not the only one. I asked friends and they're like, yeah, no one can order the McFlurry.
The sweet nectar of the gods.
The McFlurry.
All right, back to this video.
in the bus and drove me to the police station.
And now it's time to teach you how.
Yeah, he actually drove into the police station over 18 yen, which is absolutely true. Plus, like, if you're trying to go across Japan, you wouldn't go on a bus. Like, he clearly went on a bus.
Yeah.
To be an
this.
asshole.
It's content,
Super
man.
annoying. I hate
Content.
it so
You
much.
gotta get the content.
The whole concept of this video is that whoever wins.
He did it specifically so he could say that the cops were called in the video title. That's it. That's why he did it.
This race
people
gets
will watch the video.
$10,000, which is such a lie.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, me and my buddies have bet this money between each other. We'll definitely pay, wink, wink, yeah.
So he now takes the Shinkansen, like the fast train.
Time to teach you how to get the train for free. So I'm in.
Okay, tutorial how to do something for free, Ken. Just don't pay.
The secret ingredient is crime.
The thing is, you can't enter this area without buying a ticket.
Right.
So he's already lying, unless you jump over, which I doubt.
Yeah, he would
would
have
get
filmed
away
that if he
with.
did that.
So he already lied. Like he bought a ticket just to fake that he didn't buy a ticket.
The train, and I will find the toilet and go straight to the toilet. Here is the bathroom. I will just lock myself.
Way to look like least conspicuous as
Get the hood up.
possible.
No one will ever know.
Yeah, no one will suspect me.
So I came to my destination now. I think
Like
he's
that
waiting
fucking
for me outside.
video clip, like,
And I
no
was
one will
he was
ever
just
know.
waiting to catch me. So the only thing I could do is
Man, they
to
got it,
pretend
that.
that I'm sick.
That's the only thing you could do in that situation.
You couldn't
Not
just pay?
like buy the ticket.
You know, when you're in trouble and you may be arrested, just pretend like you're sick and they'll just let you go. Oh,
Bro couldn't just
you're
not be
sick.
an
You're
asshole?
Free to go, sir. Sorry.
Bro, just throw up on him. Hit him with that biological warfare.
Released me and immediately I started running. But he called the police and they are searching for me now.
And that's how you get stuff for free, as long as you can outrun the police.
I think because it's Japan, everyone is so nice. People like assume it's okay to take advantage almost. Like they have this idea that, oh, no one's gonna tell me off, so it's okay.
Yeah, dumbasses. They're the ones that are like, oh, I can do whatever I want. They're so nice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Like,
not
there's something
dumbasses, they're
inherently
assholes.
actually
Like, if
racist
he was a
about
dumbass, he wouldn't be profiting
When I was
off
trying
of
to
it, right?
find like stuff he did in this video because they was deleted. I found this Japanese news one where he gets dubbed, and they do him way too nicely. Like they give him this cool anime voice.
Really?
Thank you.
And it's
Yeah.
Bro, they knifed his ass.
Success Seiko.
Voice
That's a
actor?
nice ass voice.
Kind of makes me want to commit a crime. Yeah.
Oh, maybe, you know.
They had a whole press conference about this.
They knifed him.
It's crazy.
I do appreciate they take it so seriously, though.
I mean, of course they're gonna take him fucking seriously. What do you mean? The guy's coming into their country, taking shit for free, breaking the law, bothering people, making videos about it to inspire others to do the same. This shit has to be taken seriously, dude. The guy's lucky he's not in jail. The guy's lucky he didn't get his ass beat by any of the civilians that he bothered. But then that's just Japan, right? People aren't gonna fucking beat your ass over this because, you know, they're respectful. And they understand rule of law, and they understand that that's not a right thing to do. But it's like, he's lucky that he's doing that here. So many other places where he would have just been shot dead for doing this stuff. And that's it. That's something that people really seem to be forgetting. This guy is lucky to be alive. Because if he had done this shit anywhere else, death would be something that could happen to him. You know, going in the bus and bothering the guy, and then, you know, if he had done this shit in the Philippines, if he had done this shit in a third world country, if he had done this shit in Mexico, yeah, you're doing this to the bus, and then you come out and ha 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 ha. Hey, turns out the guy at the bus, yeah, he's paying the cartel for security. Yeah, enjoy not going home ever. The guy went to Japan specifically to prey on a country where the people aren't going to defend themselves. They're going to trust that you're not going to be an asshole, and they're going to trust that they're going to be able to rely on the police to keep order. And he's taking advantage of that. This needs to be taken as seriously as possible. The guy should be in jail. The guy should be in jail until they can finish the paperwork to ban him from the country.
The head of JR Lines.
And I genuinely believe that this is something that should be a first offense results in you being kicked out of the country with this sort of situation, because it's like, you didn't accidentally do this, right? You went to the country with intention of doing this. And the fact that he was able to put out multiple videos about doing this stuff is already a failing of law enforcement. The guy should have been booted from the country like that instantly.
Yeah, they really took this seriously.
Yes,
which they should. Good.
Not seriously enough, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This guy looks like he hasn't slept in months.
Well, of course not. He's constantly dealing with fucking YouTubers.
And God, I hate these terrorists.
I hate these fucking Westerners and their cameras.
Annoying, basically in the politest way. So yeah, that's what his little
Westerner no longer allowed to own camera.
scheme was.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Like the ones that I keep seeing are like our
Oh my God,
English-speaking content creators. What about like the Japanese content creators? How are they?
Oh, there are a couple. Yeah. It's not. That's fair actually. There was the Shibuya mattress incident. He got arrested. This Japanese YouTuber put a mattress in Shibuya Crossing Square,
Jesus
like the
Christ.
most busiest place on
Beat
the planet.
the shit out of him and throw him in jail.
This was just a bit silly. I don't know. I think it's funny. There was a big, like huge.
The cops,
drama
by the way,
here because
obviously should be the
people,
ones,
like,
you know,
mixed the
handling
soy
these
sauce
situations.
with your chopsticks or something. Like they did something like slightly unsanitary, and Japan just like lost it.
Well, you're not supposed to.
What?
Ginger,
The
terror, they called it.
It's no laughing matter.
What?
Oh, so he pushed his chopsticks into the common use container.
Okay, yeah, if it's a common use container of pickled. Yeah, you're being an asshole.
Directly into his mouth. His own chopsticks.
Contamination.
Directly. You're supposed to use the thong thing.
Sushi terrorism.
Oh my God. This is a bit ridiculous, of course, to call it, but yeah, the guy's being an asshole should be treated as an asshole.
Oh, I love that they're terrorists. Oh my God. It's the best word. It's the best description I've ever heard.
Which I get. It's gross. Like, obviously don't do that. The last guy everyone's talked about, this idiot. We'll just blur him and not talk about him.
Oh my God, Johnny Somali.
Because he's such an idiot. He's all you need to know is he's a kick streamer. I should tell you everything.
Yeah.
Everything you need to know.
I am a sociopath.
He's like bothering people on the subway, and then
For no reason.
What?
this Asian-looking guy shows up.
You know where I'm from? Where you from? I'm from America. You're from America? Yes.
Go back.
You're from America.
Yeah, you're being obnoxious.
You know what we do to you?
What do you do?
We will do again.
Do what?
Hiroshima, Nagasaki. You understand?
Do you think I'm Japanese?
Where are you from?
I'm from America.
Where are you from? What's your ethnicity?
Texas, buddy.
What's
Oh,
your
he's from Texas. Bro. Oh no. Oh no, bro. A black man just insulted a Texan. Oh no, bro. What's about to happen?
I love this guy. Texas, buddy. Yeehaw, mother. I'm glad other tourists are standing up against this idiot.
Following
That almost went very poorly for Johnny. Oh boy.
Yeah, they kicked him out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Japan has 99% conviction rate.
Oh
so.
yeah, because they don't fuck around with
get
that.
caught. You're done.
That's the thing. Like Japan is nice, but if you fuck around, you're done. So he broke into one of the construction sites.
Yep.
And when told to leave, he kept saying Fukushima, Fukushima. which was the nuclear accident which occurred in 2011.
Yeah, mad, bro. He's getting activated, dog. Check.
Hey, oh, Fukushima, Fukushima. Whoa! Fukushima. Hey, Fukushima, Fukushima.
So f***ing funny too. So painful.
Yeah, so funny, guys.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
This is what
It's
got
funny
him
for
arrested,
12-year-olds, I
'cause
guess.
Japan takes trespassing very seriously.
Obviously.
So yeah, a bunch of police showed up.
Because he's not just putting other people he's not just putting himself in jeopardy by going into a construction site. He's putting the people in the construction site in jeopardy and putting the construction itself in jeopardy.
Because of this. They're so polite, even though like he's being arrested.
Security check.
If this was America, bro would have been tasting pavement like 10 seconds ago. They are very polite police officers there.
Where's the security one? Wait, why are you taking a photo of me?
What do you mean, why is he taking a photo of you? You're getting arrested, dumbass.
It's the classic content creator defense. What's happening? I'm feigning ignorance. I have no idea what's going on all of a sudden. I'm a victim.
He loves it. He loves it. This is his content.
I don't want to empty my bag into there. Why? I just
Like, you're going to jail. Put your stuff in here.
Yo, this is great. Yo, wallahi, this is
Bro, saying,
crazy.
go menye, go menye.
Go menye.
Like, the
He's
fuck,
being so
dude?
nice to him. Like, does not deserve
Stop
it.
apologizing to him. Just arrest his ass.
There you go. They said it. He is an actual terrorist. But he's been yelling, Fukushima, Nagasaki, we will do it again. And it was
Yeah,
like,
he's
I can't-
literally threatening to commit another fucking nuclear holocaust on the country. Like, it doesn't matter that it's not a real threat. Also, by the way, I just realized I'm actually like straight up just blocking Pew's face as if I'm more important. It's like I'm sorry, sir. Please forgive. I'll put myself like here. Like so. There. Perfect.
I can't believe they treat me like I'm
What do they think? I'm a terrorist of some kind? This is crazy. Why would they think that?
Anyway, bomb Japan.
Oh,
Jesus
man.
Christ, dude. Yeah, so he got arrested. Now he got deported. I don't know if he's banned for life or anything like that, but I think it will be really difficult for him to enter again, which is good.
Oh, yeah.
Get him out. I watch his channel and he barely has like any views now. I never.
Of course he
agreed
has
with this,
barely
'cause
any
people always
views.
say,
He didn't create an audience. He created a bunch of people who thought it was funny because he was doing some dumb shit and they wanted to see him get his ass kicked. That's not an audience. That's not people who actually want to watch your content. That's just people who want to watch you get your ass kicked. You're not creating an audience when you do that. When you do that stuff, you're not creating an audience. You're not creating something that can last. You're just, congratulations, you were famous for 15 minutes. All right, now go away, go get arrested. Because that's what's going to happen to you. Congratulations. I hope you enjoyed being relevant for 15 minutes. You're now in jail. You're banned from a bunch of countries. Enjoy trying to get employment. That's it. He's banned on Twitch. He's banned on YouTube. He's not banned on Kick somehow. Because, you know, Kick doesn't really care. Kick's making its money off of gambling. Doesn't need advertisements. But that's going to run out soon enough. Don't you worry about that. Kick is going to explode in on itself. Like it's going to implode. Trust me. Kick doesn't last. It blows my mind that people think that guy was successful, because he wasn't. He was not successful at all, because he didn't manage to hold on to his audience. Like right now, that guy who everyone was talking about, look at that. If we go, I'm gonna look him up on YouTube. Because he probably has his own YouTube channel, right? Let me see if I can find it.
Ladies out here and tell us.
Yeah, shut up. Like his viewership, this is somebody who was incredibly relevant for a good few days. Right now, his viewership is worse than mine. This is somebody who is completely irrelevant. He's not going to be able to make money off of this. He's trying to, very clearly. He wants this to be his living, but he's never going to be able to do that because he doesn't have an audience. He just has a bunch of people who hate him. Those people aren't going to give you money. Those people are going to sub to you. Those people aren't going to support you. Those people are just going to watch until you get your ass kicked. They're going to laugh and they're going to move on, and they're going to wait for you to pop up in the news again, and then they're going to come back and they'll laugh at you and they'll leave again. It's like it's not sustainable.
channel and he barely has like any views now. I never agree with this because people always say any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, no.
That's a
No.
lie.
Yeah.
If I could take back all of it, 100.
Bridge moment definitely would be something that he absolutely would take back. You could tell in his eyes, you know what he's
Give me a
thinking
time
about.
machine right now. I'll be the best.
Oh my god,
ever.
what the fuck?
You know what I mean? It's not worth it. It's not gonna be worth it. You're not gonna grow your channel. You're just gonna make everyone hate you, and you'll regret it. Don't be an idiot.
Drama doesn't grow channels.
All right, check out Ken if you enjoyed this video. We make video together sometime. Can cover latest stuff like this probably.
Oh yeah, probably. What do you mean? You don't know?
It's been great.
Bro just hung up on him.
Who do you want to be in future? Yes, you.
I would like to. I would like to be a
YouTuber.
Well, that was a good video. It was a nice return for PewDiePie. But now that that's done, I'm thinking it's about time we jump into dead money. Because, well, we gotta, you know. I said I was gonna. It's in the title of the video. Of the stream, I mean. So, let's jump right into it. Let's do this. Okay, so let me see what achievements I got to do in dead money. So I gotta recruit everybody. Gotta collect chips. Need to complete the Madrigala event. And yeah, that's it. Wait, let me organize this a little bit more. Just organizing my my achievement tracker so that I can, you know, track things properly. So it's dead money. After that, it's honest hearts. So yeah, there you go. Then after that, it's Old World Blues, and then finally, it's Lonesome Road. Okay. Also need to complete the Legend of the Star, but that's probably gonna happen after everything else. Okay, into the Sierra Madre. Who's ready for survival horror vibes? I know I am. Jar of cloud residue. Cloud residue? How do you... what? What's this? Dead money takes you to an extremely dangerous area of the Mojave Wasteland. A one-way journey until your business at the Sierra Madre is finished. In normal mode, you'll encounter new traps, enemies, and new companions whose lives are tied to yours. In hardcore, you'll be fighting the environment as well. A toxic city that erodes health over time. Companions are more vulnerable, and so are you. Dead money is recommended for experienced couriers, level 20+. If up to the challenge, continue on. The Sierra Madre grand opening awaits, and has been for 200 years. Sure. It's a Brotherhood bunker. What's through here? Oh, that was convenient. Thriving. Oh. Ooh, Dean's Electronics. Brotherhood Footlocker. A vending machine? Unusual looking crafting station. As you approach, lines of tiny holographic items appear on the dispensing tray. Wireframe schematics and list of consumables the machine can assemble and package liquid suit. There's a slot on the side with the Sierra Madre symbol. The slot does not look part of the original design. Interesting. see. This is spooky as shit. T-45D helmet. Ew. Let's see. What else if I do this? Do I just get... I get Sierra Madre chips. Interesting. Very interesting. We'll take this helmet just to fix up this T-51 helmet. It's lighter and tougher. That's why the T-51 is superior, by the way. Like it's both tougher and lighter and more maneuverable. Fuck. Not the cloud. I was like trying to see the room. No, I've been got. Save me, chat. Anyway, time for, in my opinion, one of the best Fallout experiences. It's a very unique experience. Maybe not like the best, but it's definitely unique.
Sierra Madre Casino. We all have. The legend, the curses, foolishness about it lying in the middle of the city of the dead. Buried beneath a blood-red cloud. A bright, shining monument luring treasure hunters to their doom.
This is Elijah's voice, isn't
famous stars and entertainers were invited to its grand opening. An invitation was a sign of exclusiveness. The opening was supposed to symbolize a road to a brighter future. Not just for the world, but for all who came to its doors. A chance for anyone to begin again. Except the Sierra Madre never opened. The war froze it in time, like a big flashbulb going off. The grand opening, one big ending of humanity. It's still out there, in the wastes, preserved, just waiting for someone to crack it open. But getting to it, that's not the hard part. It's letting go.
Letting go, you say? How about you let go of my fucking nuts, you bitch?
Are you listening? Good. From now on, when I talk, listen and follow my instructions. Play stupid, play clever. Make the mistake of saying no. That collar on your neck will go off and take your head with it.
What are you talking about?
It's like that Pip-Boy on your wrist, except filled with explosives. A little radio of the old world. Just needed some tuning. Do what I say, and the collar will go off. Refuse, try and run, disobey me, I'll kill you and find someone else. There's no escape from here until I let you go. The sooner you accept your situation, the better.
Alright, then maybe you better tell me why I'm here.
That structure you see above the fountain, the Sierra Madre Casino. You need to break inside. Heist. Too many years in the making. But to get inside, avoid its traps, you'll need to gather a team. As I found, one cannot do it alone.
So I need others to pull off this heist. Who?
Around the villa are 3 other callers like yours. Caller 8, 12, and 14. Find all 3 and get them here to the fountain. Then we'll talk more. And should you get any ideas about killing each other and taking the trip, all your callers are linked. One of you dies, you all die. If that's what it takes to make you cooperate, so be it.
Alright, so find the other 3 people with bomb collars, bring them back here.
I've downloaded the instructions and markers on your Pip-Boy, in case you forget. And yes, I have access to that device on your wrist. Get the other 3 here after that. I'll do this.
Yeah. So I need to know.
If necessary, I will guide you through the... I've downloaded and...
Yeah.
So if life's worries have weighed you down, if you need an escape from your troubles, or if you just need an opportunity to begin again, join us. Let go and leave the world behind at the Sierra Madre grand opening this
Is that Laura Bailey?
We'll be waiting.
I recognize that honey anywhere. It's a beautiful voice. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend it's not.
If so, the Sierra Madre Casino in all its
Find caller
glory
8 dog,
is
find
inviting
Dean
you to begin
and Christine.
again.
Alright, let's go get dog, I guess.
Come to a place where wealth, excitement, and intrigue await around every corner. Stroll along the winding streets of our beautiful resort. Make new friends, or rekindle old flames. Let your eyes take in the luxurious expanse of the open desert under clear, starlit skies. Gaze straight on into the
Okay,
sunset
let's just,
from our villa rooftops.
I guess we'll just start. Is that a fucking cloud?
Countless
Just
diversions
red.
await.
Hmm.
Gamble in our casino.
Bro, I don't see how anybody can ever think that Laura Bailey isn't an amazing voice actress. Treasure is mine, assholes. Okay. Okay. It's good sighting. Give me bulk ammo. It's like he's trying to get me killed. Spent shotgun casings. Find me and we can talk. Shotgun rounds. Spent shells. Cool. Second weapon. Not a lot of ammo for it, but might just be enough for something. Let's see. What's everybody's favorite voice actor? Male, female, for whatever reason. It could just be somebody you...
Watch out for the villa inhabitants. They're difficult to kill unless you chop them apart. If you can, blow them up or disintegrate them.
It could just be somebody you think sounds like just amazing. Just you really like the sound of their voice. Doesn't matter what the reason is. What's your favorite? Come on. I want to hear everybody's pick. Oh, nice. Dean's secret stash. A cosmic knife. And a Sierra Madre martini. That's... okay. Get up. 15 damage, 20 damage. That looks nice. Oh, fuck. Yeah, the dude kind of cooked me a little. Liam O'Brien. I do like Liam O'Brien a lot. I think he's overused in this game, which cheapens his voice, and I think that's not good. Because, like, he is so talented at doing a very specific type of voice. If you overuse it, it loses its taste, right? It's kind of like if you eat a chocolate bar before you drink chocolate milk. Like, it doesn't matter how good the chocolate milk might be, you're not going to taste it because you already had a chocolate bar. Shit. Drained. Wait, I picked up a shotgun as well. That 10 mil is ain't gonna do shit. Okay. Rebreather cannot handle those. I like Laura Bailey a lot. I mean, I just spent a whole few minutes talking about how her voice is like honey to me. But I also really like the guy who does Thrall. Somebody beating the fuck out of a bell. What's this? Oh, the police station.
Speakers and radios interfere with the bomb caller frequency and can trigger the detonators prematurely. It is an unfortunate side effect, one I did not anticipate. I was unable to calibrate the callers to block the signals, so you'll have to make do.
Noise makes my stomach hurt.
Police Chief's Terminal. Alright, let's check this out. Recognition. Description, no. Mistrusting. There you go. It's just that he voices my favorite characters. He voices them, which gives them their character. Oh yeah, I love Liam O'Brien. Like, he's awesome. An automatic rifle. Goody. I think he's extremely talented. And I always like hearing him. I just think that they overuse him in this specific game. Because, like, he voices literally every other character. And, like, at that point... you're kind of losing out on the impact that he can have. Alright, let's read what's here. Sinclair visit. Sinclair did the rounds again today. Glad he left his ghostly entourage at the casino. Those walking light shows makes me wonder why he's even got us on staff when they could blast us in a second. Otherwise, Sinclair runs a tight ship. Good to see in these days and times. Don't know how smart he is trying to make a resort to escape everything in the outside world, but rich guys can make it happen. Even ones that have been hit as hard as Sinclair has. Not much to report. Pretty quiet at night, even from Puesta del Sol. Imagine Morris up in the casino probably has more than enough with the guests coming in tonight, poor bastard. Set up the radio so I can listen in on the gala event when it fires up. Left one out for the prisoners. If Sinclair doesn't want us to be too strict with the guests tonight, may just toss the key in the holding cage with anyone we pick up and let them unlock the door when they sleep it off. Set up the radio room downstairs to broadcast through its speakers. Don't want to miss tonight's performance. receiver down there is stronger than the desk graders we have up here. Stash some supplies from the evidence room down there to celebrate once my shift is over. The way I figure it, the rest of the guards will be too busy to check up on me.
He's watching, waiting for you to try and let me go.
Ooh. Another of Dean's secret stashes, huh? 15 of them. What's with the cosmic knife, though? Ooh, this one's locked. Inventory. Got the weapons and mines in today, along with the shotguns and the ammo. Enough to defend the villa if trouble breaks out. Sinclair's taking the world situation seriously, even all the way out here. Maybe more so because we're out here. Hate to think if someone got their hands on half the stuff we have stored here. Enough military ordnance here to turn the villa into a minefield. Expenses are up and running. Unlike most everything else, we've had a few problems with them. I hear they'd been part of some World's Fair exhibit Sinclair had seen, so he contacted the researchers about the dispensers to see if he could use them here. Turns out dispensers do more than supply convenience items. If there's an emergency or the threat of communist attack, codes can unlock ammo or repair kits for the dispensers. Store backups of the codes in the contraband room just in case. Yeah, I already got that one.
Help me, Master.
Cloud residue.
Help me, please.
Do a 1 in Fallout 2 playthrough next level. I have considered it. The thing is, it's not that different from a regular playthrough. You just can't do, like, side missions. So it's like,
I promise, Master. Just keep him away.
Is this a bar? Yeah, it seems like it is.
So hungry.
Okay. Ghost site. Sure. Oh, this gives damage reduction, not damage threshold. Interesting.
Makes dog hurt himself.
Realize it from the back end of the sites. Neat.
I'll be good this time.
I was curious what would happen. That's funny. I literally just fucking explode instantly. That's fair enough.
I'll be good this time. I promise, Master. Just keep him away.
Aviation side, I believe it's called. Might be. I don't know. I don't know what any of that's called. I am not a gun guy. I'm a sword guy. Ask me about swords, I probably can answer you. Not so much with guns. Alright, downstairs we go.
letters I scratched on the villa walls. A little farther. Follow my voice. That's it. The one in the cage? Dog. I had to lock him up. He keeps disobeying me.
Where is the radio? Meant to take these. There you go. But yeah, I started my unarmed playthrough as a 1 intelligence playthrough, but it was just not that interesting. It just meant I couldn't do side missions. It's much more enjoyable in Fallout 1, so I might actually do that instead. In fact, I'm already planning to. So, you know, look out for that one. But yeah, Fallout 2 with no intelligence kind of just means no side quests, which meh.
That's me there on the table. The disc. My voice. Can't take any chances, though. You may be some victim who simply stumbled down here. If so, can't let you let Dog out. No, not yet. If you're who I think you are, you came to fetch Dog. Use him to drag others here. Now I'll use you. And that Pip-Boy you're wearing. You're smart. Clever. The key to Dog's cage is simple. Take my voice to the cage above. Let me speak to the beast inside. Then you and we can talk. Dog, back in the cage.
What have we here? You weren't who I was expecting. I'm disappointed. Still, even if you aren't my intended guest, you take direction. Good. You can't have been an idiot to figure out how to release me from my cage. Or perhaps you are, with that leash on your arm, and the one around your neck. With our collars and manacles, why, we may as well be kin.
What happened to your voice?
I'm the voice of reason. I sleep sometimes. Down in the basement. In the cage. Now that I'm awake, Dog goes back in the cage. Dog knows I'm here, but can't do anything about it. I'm his conscience. Keep him tame. Keep him from hurting us. Doing foolish things. I've been trapped in here for some time. Then you come along and let...
Super mutant brain damage is usually the result of prolonged stealth boy usage.
That's the easy explanation. The one humans use. Pre-war technology. I needed to come out of the cave. Do you see these wounds of his covering his skin? The bear trap on his arm. He placed his own hand in it. The name he carved in his chest. To remind him of who he is, he inflicts pain on himself to silence me, when all I try to do... He cuts, hurts, and tries to murder me out of him. He won't succeed, just makes me angrier. Dog is the beast. We simply change cages, like the ones here.
Looking for someone with a claw like mine. Where's your collar?
It's close. Closer than I'd like. Dog's been into things. Needs to think before he eats. Chew before he swallows. He's eager that way. Now the collar's a part of me. Inside. It was cold and heavy before going in the cage. Now you're here, and it's pulling and kicking again. Tugging like a leash.
He literally ate his collar. Interesting. That collar's inside you is active. I didn't switch it on.
Really? Yet it led you here, to me. And now you're here.
How the hell did you or whoever eat one of these collars?
They detach. When segmented, they look like nothing more than metallic rad scorpions. And if they're attached to neck flesh, warm, Dog doesn't care what's on the body he's crushing in his hands. He'll mangle it, twist it, make it fit until he's full. Dog can't help himself. Hungry, greedy. And now the collar's inside. Alive.
Maybe you shouldn't go around shoving old world tech in your stomach.
As if I had a choice. Sometimes instinct takes over, and that's when after all, you wouldn't have put that collar on by choice. Perhaps it was...
Forget it, I had other questions. You wouldn't have locked yourself in there without some sort of key to let you out.
The key? Why, it's the old man. I hid the key on me so Dog wouldn't know. I just need the old... If Dog was in control when the old man appeared, well...
If you have the key in there, the old man can order the dog to open the cage.
Dog obeys, yes.
I can play his voice, yes. I have an audio log from him on my Pip-Boy.
You don't play it. If you do, I'll find...
Calm down. Follow me willingly. I won't do it.
No, you wouldn't. If you did, you won't escape this place alive. I'd shatter every one of your limbs to splinters and leave you here.
No, you wouldn't.
You think I'm afraid of your collar exploding, killing us? No. I'll leave you breathing, then keep walking until my collar goes cold. I'll prop your broken body in view of the Sierra Madre, so you can see...
I have the power to let Dog out of his cage. I'm gonna prove it by not doing it.
No. You may regret this. This place is where creatures like Dog... He is as vicious, more vicious than them. His hunger can help you.
What do you mean?
The inhabitants of the villa, they are difficult to kill, but not to... If he is with you when they fall, he will fall on them.
We can manage.
Yet, you came this far.
Alright, let's get out of here. God has given you the In My Footsteps perk. Grants you a bonus to stealth as well as the ability to step lightly around place traps. Nice. Come on.
Dog, back in the cage. Not listen. Dog out of cage.
These guys are fucking tough.
If it isn't the clever...
You.
If it isn't the...
What weapons are you good at?
Dog is better at the baser end. His sinew and muscle are difficult to...
I have a question for you. How do you switch back and forth between voices?
All it takes is the right command. So that leash on your wrist, and the one on your neck. Still, if you ever want to speak to me, bark my...
Why does that make him go away?
Dog is afraid of me.
Why did you put emphasis on the word master before?
The master, Elijah, reminds Dog of someone from long ago. His leader, commander, commanders. The master was a strong personality. Personalities as well. Dog is slavish, was conditioned to serve the master until death. The old man, Elijah, merely came along and opened that door in Dog's mind. Now, Dog does whatever the old man wants.
He's a soldier of the master then. That was 140 years ago, right? Wow. What does Elijah make Dog do that angers you so much?
Gather others, drag them here. Fetch. Dog doesn't even blink. Even hear their cries when he's twisted their arms full circle. To listen to him, commanding Dog to...
Sounds like it makes you mad.
Mad? Mad doesn't even begin to describe. After all that's laid ruin to the world, again and again. No. No, the world's always got another cage, waiting.
Can't you do anything?
Do anything? Me, Dog puts in the cage, hurts himself to try and drown out... Never mind. Useless. Finally had to start fighting back, screaming on my own.
Do I have a Programmer's Digest on me? Something to increase my thing. I forgot to use the other one to increase my electronics knowledge. Maybe next level up I'll increase it a little bit more. Be able to ask him that question.
All of your weapons will do. And your stems.
Shut up.
If it isn't the... orders.
Never mind. Well, now we actually have enemies to deal with. Let's go get Dean.
Kill this one before we call others.
I really like this this place. I like that I keep my expertise, obviously. I'm still as good as I was before, except now I need to make do with out my resources.
Those machines feed on Sierra Madre chips. There's codes that unlock other things, too.
The village comm speakers have aged poorly, like the Madre. Pre-war junk. The speakers emit a signal that'll set off your caller if you stay too long. There are damaged speakers and shielded ones. The damaged ones you can destroy at range. Don't get close. You can't switch them off like a radio.
Air trap.
Gotta be clever about this. Gotta be clever.
Couldn't leave well enough alone.
Keep talking shit, I will switch you out with Dog. Yeah, fucker. Stuff I'm not going to use, not going to hold on to.
That Pip-Boy. Maybe I'll tear it off your arm. Wear it on my neck.
That's 2. Actually, you know what? Fuck you.
Are you listening?
Remember you.
From now on,
You were mean
when
to...
I talk to you, pay attention. I've left markers on your Pip-Boy. Find the 3 other callers in town. 8, 12, and 14.
Questions for you.
Get them to the fountain. Obey me.
Give
You can all go free.
give a legend time to shut up. Tell me how you got to the Sierra Madre.
Here. Followed voice in air. Then here. Here as long as can remember. Don't like this place. Hard to find things to eat sometimes. Better than the cage. Dog doesn't like being locked up. Voice in air didn't say anything about a cage and nothing to eat.
Voice in the air.
Dog hears many voices. One in air. The other one. And Master. Master is the nicest. Gets mean, mad sometimes, but lets Dog feed. Master was quiet for a long time until Dog heard him on your arm. Did you eat him? Dog gets hungry too. Being hungry makes the voice mad.
I want to hear more about the Master.
He takes care of Dog. He tells Dog what to do. Told Dog to come here, put collars on people. Sometimes people fight. Dog holds them until they go quiet. Don't make any noise. If collars don't fit or go too quiet, find others for Master. Master makes the other voice go away. The other voice hates Master. Dog can feel it. Master's voice is like pain, protects Dog.
Where's your collar?
Lost it. Got hungry. Made the other voice mad. Madder than it ever was. Mad enough to lock Dog up.
What's the other voice?
Other voice. Don't wake him up. When voice wakes up, Dog goes to sleep, and voice climbs up in Dog's head. The voice puts Dog in places, puts him in cages, and locks him in.
Do you know how to wake him up?
Sometimes when Dog gets tired, or eats too much, gets full. Sometimes when Dog goes to the cage, then voice wakes up. The voice locks Dog in when it comes up, always trying to keep Dog from food. Voice did it at the cage where you found me. Then Master came.
How are the questions for you?
Too much talking makes Dog's head hurt. Getting hungry.
Tell me about the other voice inside you.
Know where other voice come from. Wish would go away. Always trying to stop Dog, caging Dog. Voice started talking not long ago, Dog think. Was always there. Start talking when Master showed up. Making Dog sleep, go to cage. Voice hates Master. It okay. Voice always hide when Master around. Go quiet. Watch Master as he does things. Voice scared of Master, Dog thinks.
I'm sorry, I'm reading up on Dog and God later on. I know it doesn't really matter, but I like doing so. Master sounds like he treats you well.
Master always feed dog if not in cage. Master lets dog do what dog wants, not like other voice in cage. Always mad with dog, shouting at him.
That's enough for now. Alright, let's bring
Dog, back in the cage.
Alright. Actually.
Remember you.
Let's go. Alright, Ravenous Hunger. Ghost people are difficult to kill unless dismembered or disintegrated. If dog is in the party, however, the dog will devour them, preventing them from getting back up. Out of the damn way, super mutant. Okay.
Inside's growling.
Take those. That too. Don't need the cup. Or mug, whatever.
Always yell at dog. Yell at dog because gets hungry. Can't stop it. Always need more.
A very hard lock, you say? That's for sure worth picking. It was not.
So hungry.
King of Clubs, Sierra Madre. Sure, I'll take that, I guess. Useful for playing Caravan when I get the hell out of here. Damn it, dead. More cards. Remember to pick up the cigarettes if we find them. Let's see. Check hologram status, patrolling.
Picking up an emitter signature. Watch for security holograms. Dangerous. Don't shoot them. Attacking them is useless.
Really? Oh, fuck. Yeah, they hit hard. Oh. I have been gutted. That's Burn sparks. Ozone? That's probably what he's talking about. Iron and ozone. Yeah, I can't imagine that would be a nice smell. Don't want the crutch. Let's see these terminals. Zealous, nope. Heavily, nope. Healing, nope. Revenge, nope. Hearted. Oh, healing. Domino stopped by to ask about the test results and Vera's voice. He seemed concerned she would lose her voice for the gala event. I told him if Miss Keys was concerned, she should see me, and I would only disclose any medical information to her. I told him the Autodocs were more than capable of healing Miss Keys' voice if she developed any throat infection. We could even operate if need be if she tore her larynx. He seemed satisfied by the news, apologized amazingly enough, and left a bottle of wine as a token of his appreciation. I told him I felt it was inappropriate. He insisted. I dumped it in the trash. Sinclair, Miss Keys, twice. Domino, Miss Keys, Sinclair. Let's get rid of that.
Dog not like this place. Air smells like burnt sparks and blood.
Yeah, you said that already, big guy. Dispenser codes. Codes for the public dispensers arrived today. Sinclair instructed us in their use in case of emergency. Should be able to get stims and other treatments from the machines. Nice. Download dispenser code for medics.
Hope the voice doesn't come back. Bad.
So these invincible holograms are just here, thankfully. Don't have to fight them anywhere else, but they are definitely dangerous. And also the whole reason why Elijah wanted to come here. This is a hell of a gun, though. I know you can upgrade it and it ends up being like the strongest gun in the game, if I recall correctly. Anyway, set behavior, second floor patrol, except now they can't actually be here because that thing's disabled. Nice.
Hope the voice doesn't come back. Bad.
Can't destroy that one.
People missing heads. Make mistake coming here. Make dog hungry. Dog not like this place. Air smell.
Assassin suit.
Smells like burnt sparks and blood.
Nice looking suit. Let's see, what's here? Gas leak, safety suits. Chemical suits arrived today. They're bulky, hard to talk and move in. It was difficult to unlock the clasps once in place. Had to get one of the staff to help me out of it. So the construction crew keep the suits ready while working in the switching station to be careful with them. We only have a limited number. Ask Sinclair to order more in the event of a leak in the villa. Prepared cost estimates for another gas leak to support my case. Didn't need to. He agreed to the request immediately. Then asked if he could see the workers and make sure they were all right. There are 3 workers from West del Sol switching station exposed to some unidentified airborne toxin from the ventilation system. Caused severe lung and tissue damage. Inhalation isn't the problem, it's absorbed through the skin. Researching its effects, the gas, whatever it is, may be building up in vents beneath the town. Ask Foreman to look into source before government inspectors do.
I want to go back to the base.
I'll leave that for later. Hey, we got 500 chips. That was easy.
At the end of the hall, red light means they're shielded. Must be a way to shut them off somewhere else.
Smells like burnt sparks and blood.
Miss Key's insomnia seems to have gotten worse, so we ended up ordering the new autodock upgrades. Must have cost Sinclair a fortune. New programs for the autodocks ameliorate the effects of exhaustion. Have already spoken to the staff about side effects and dangers of prolonged use. Wanted to make sure they weren't using it to pull double shifts. Sinclair asked if these codes could be downloaded into the public dispensers. The codes aren't compatible, unfortunately. He said he'd look into it. Guess contacts Big Mountain will be getting calls soon. Big Mountain. That's the big MT. Dog, why don't you head home, big guy? Come on.
If it isn't you...
Yes, I'm sure.
I'll make more progress on my own.
Yeah, just behave yourself. How do I get rid of that? It's gotta be through here. Tire iron. Neat. Down to the villa basement, I guess. Down we go. What's my hardest hitting gun? 46, 22, 4 times 7, that's gonna be 28, and 29. Yeah, it's the hull rifle. Let's see. Disengage. Pretty sure this is gonna mean trouble. But it's not like I have a choice. Man, I love the ambiance of this place. I'm an absolute sucker for action horror of any kind. I love it. It's just really cool to me. Hello, Christine. How you feeling? The woman before you looks disoriented, pain. She blinks a few times, then winces, as if the act of blinking causes her pain. You okay? She looks at you, blinks again, then opens her mouth, but nothing comes out. She touches the throat, then traces the scar beneath the chin. Her eye widens in alarm. Someone cut your vocal cords? She looks shaken. She glances at the autodock. She recoils, her mouth opens, but again, nothing comes out. She looks back at you and her hands clench into fists. Her eyes narrow. She takes a step back, studying you. Isn't what it looks like. Woman opens her mouth again, winces, then frowns, drags a finger across her throat in a slow motion. She looks more angry than pained now. Frowning, she touches her throat again, gently, then her hand brushes her collar, then her frown deepens. Her eyes narrow as she traces the edge of the collar until she finds the lock. She begins to press it with her fingers. It's a bomb collar. Mess with it, it'll go off. She looks surprised, then notices your collar and raises an eyebrow. Let's just say we're in this together. She frowns, narrows her eyes, and slowly shakes her head. If your collar goes off, mine goes off. It's better if we guard each other. Shakes her head again, draws a line in the air between the two of you. Look, together we can get out of this. Cross her arms. I'm not trying to order you, but your life is kind of tied to mine. As the collar looks back at you, makes a circle with her hand, then puts her hand over her eyes and squints. She nods at you, then lowers her hand from her eyes. Shakes her head. She just saw. You're looking for something else. Fine, I can help. She studies you again, then her expression softens slightly. She shakes her head slowly, gives a silent sigh. She nods at you, then raises an eyebrow and nods at the door. Alright, come with me. Signal interference. This perk grants you a short period of time near a speaker before your bomb collar starts to activate, as well as increasing the amount of time before your bomb collar detonates by 50%. That's huge. Closes one eye and slowly pulls an invisible trigger. Nods and her stance changes slightly. I mean, if you find a ranged gun, make sure to use it. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and take this. Christine stops, glances at the speaker, then glances at your caller, frowning. It's a decayed speaker. If we stay too long near one, it'll go off. Opens and closes her hand real fast. She taps her collar, then opens and closes her hand really fast. She points at your Pip-Boy, her collar, and then your collar. After a second, then she opens and closes her hand slower. You can interfere with the speaker's detonation frequency somehow? Points at herself, shakes her head. She points at your collar, then hers, then nods at your Pip. She makes a triangle motion, then the same slow pulse. Does that work with any other collar? She frowns, slowly shakes her head. She opens her mouth and makes the motion of tuning a dial, then points at herself. It's just your frequency. Nods once, then again, points at the two of you, then the Pip-Boy. But only between us. How romantic. Alright, let's get out of here. Is this thing wearing one? I'm also gonna give you a cosmic knife. If you think you're gonna be able to get out of here without having to stab somebody, then I hate to break it to you. I'm not gonna say welcome to the Brotherhood, because, you know, you're already in the Brotherhood. But welcome to the heist. Now we need to grab Domino. He's in the residential area, which is where we were heading when we kind of just bumped into you. We being me and Dog. I'm gonna give her the... Nah, she can just stick with that gun. Actually, she'll spend it almost instantly. Yeah, you can have the shotgun as well. It's 20 gauge. Yeah. I wish there were more spears in Fallout. They're fucking tough, these guys. Give me the cosmic knife and take this this spear. Actually, wait. Take this spear. It's just better. That's the Villa Clinic. We need to get out of here. Oh. Ow. Yeah, can't get through there. Actually, I should take one of these for dog as well. Damn, she already spent all the ammo. Fair enough, I'll just take this from you. Oh, nice. These guys count as abominations. Okay, you. How did Doc really carve you up? No, you think? You know how to get out of here? She points in the direction of the main gate, then points to your collar, shakes her head, and locks her hands around her neck. Then her hands lash outwards, fingers splayed, and she rolls her eyes back. After a sec, she turns back to you, shakes her head. So once the calls are gone, we can just leave? She nods slowly, as if thinking, then she raises an eyebrow, looks skeptical, and shrugs. She points downwards, makes a circle around her, then back to the same spot, and then her finger drifts, circling. She makes a mock frown. You're saying it'll be difficult to return here if we leave. Shakes her head, points at herself, then points at you. To return here if I leave. But not you. Why can't you find your way back? She slowly shakes her head. She points at the ground, then moves each leg outward, straddling the place where you aren't going to leave. She nods. You trying to break into the casino? Wait, okay, I had other questions. How did you end up in the auto dock? She moves her fingers in a circle, frowns, then drags her hand down over her eyes. She raises them again, points to you. I didn't bring you here. She frowns, glances at your feet, then nods. She then raises an eyebrow, points at you, makes a circle, then points at your feet. This nodding, frowning, pointing. Wait, I need a little intelligence boost if I'm gonna ask that one. Can't you communicate some other way? Can you write? Christine frowns, then pauses and traces one of the scars on her head with her finger. She then makes a motion as if picking up a pencil, tries to write, then shakes her head. Something to do with the surgery. She pauses, then draws a jagged symbol like electricity in the air, then puts an odd staring face. She keeps the blank face for a second, then slowly blinks around. She looks at her hand, shakes them, then lets... It's a rather specific form of operation. She looks this, then slowly shakes her head. They took out her ability to write. Do you know what those machines around the villa are? Christine shakes her head, then pauses and makes a small circle. She points at you, makes the motion of putting something in her palm. Here's a Sierra Madre chip. She examines the chip for a second, raises it to her eye, then turns it to the side, gauging its diameter and width. She runs her finger over the surface slowly, checking the engraving, then she tosses the chip back to you. She then pretends to look around, sees something on the floor, pretends to bend down and pick it up. She then looks at you and nods. You can scrounge more somehow. She stands still for a second, then stops and slowly makes the motion of bending down and scooping something up. Then she holds the imaginary object in her hand as if heavy and puts it in front of her as if on a table. She then hefts what looks like a small box, pours it on top of the object. You can make more of those at a workbench with the right materials. Once your Pip-Boy makes a motion. Okay. She then raises her hand and makes the motion of smashing it and holding up the remains. You need a battery, fission battery, and scrap metal. You can counterfeit the chips. She nods impressed. Teach me how to do it? These series of hand motions represent weight and amounts, enough so you think you could do it on your own. Awesome. Weapons are you skilled at? Jagged lightning bolt, pantomime throwing grenade, and then pulls an imaginary knife from behind her back. Then she moves her feet shoulder width apart, holds hands up in a martial arts stance, then turns both hands to her. She then holds one pistol up, takes aim as if signing. The single shot ends with a nod. Energy weapons, explosives, melee, unarmed, and guns. That all? She nods once. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure. I used up all of them, right? Yeah. I could just get a shit ton. Oh, no, I couldn't. I was hoping I could get, like, a lot of ammo. I can't.
What's this? Why, it's a little doll. We might be able to remove it by your arm without killing him. I'm not going to hurt you yet much. Scars tell a story, some old, some new. And the one on the throat is fresh and red.
What was that I just got from these guys? Slave obeys. No. Demise the machines. Blah 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 blah. Next challenge type. Hack Supreme. Hack more computer terminals. Where is it? Because I saw it, right? I saw that I was unlocking something. We are the champions I simulated. Dead Man's Hand. Collect your amount of cards of the Dead Man's Hand. Ace and 8 of clubs, and spades plus Queen of clubs. Huh. Okay. What's this? Junk food. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, this is a nice. This is a nice place so far. We're exploring. It's nice and creepy. And shit. Scratch my ear, sorry guys. Into the residential district, I guess.
Near your location. Detonators. Watch for traps.
Oh, meeting people. Nice. I'll be able to have that conversation with Dog now. I don't want to call him God. Fucking ow, dick. Give me that shit. Oh. Oh. Okay, fair enough. Really need to be careful. Dean really likes his traps. Load the whole thing. It's best to avoid damage as much as you can. Bastard wants to play, let's play. Fuck. Alright. Oh, hard residue. That's explosive, I guess. Did I miss both shots? Alright, screw this. Damn, bro just walked that off. I don't actually want these or these. There's some shit stuck to my spear. Shotgun aimed it directly at that thing. He's smart, I'll give him that much. Gotta be real careful going around every fucking corner because of him. Can't even be confident about where I'm putting my feet down. So many beds and I can't sleep in any of them. Whoa! Oh, come on, that's bullshit. Okay, get away from that. Dean Domino. What a goddamn asshole.
Your dream was free the way you taught it. Just keep rolling in.
Did everybody else hear that, or am I just tweaking? Everybody else heard, like, the voice, right?
That tourist crosses me, they'll regret it.
Yeah.
Even if they don't, they still might.
I actually should be eating.
That one's got a head on their shoulders.
Should be recovering hit points as much as I can with food for the achievement.
For now. Hope that tourist is hurrying, haven't got all day. Have a seat, and then we'll talk. The Sierra Madre. Beauty, isn't she? She the one who invited you here? Or maybe you didn't catch her voice on the radio. Woke up confused like some of the others. Least you're still breathing.
Yeah, for now.
By the way, don't get up or make any sudden motions, no matter how
Better be a shaped charger. You're gonna kill both of us.
Sounds like you've done some blue-collar construction work in your life. Your ma must be proud. Still, get up without my permission. I'll blast your ass so far through your head. So, let's keep this sweet and polite.
I'll save my question for the end. Go on.
And that's what just because I work in entertainment, I heard my necktie beeping. I know what that means. I'm part of this somehow. I want out of this contract. And if you put me in it, I'm not going to be too happy. So whatever's going on here, if you're part of all this...
I'll cooperate. What do you want?
Good, good. Then we're in business. I may be a betting man, but I like it when the odds are in our favor. If you're here with who I think, then I'd rather have you on my side than his. And it's in the whole.
Sounds
you
good.
want to live, I want what's in the Madre. Real simple.
I'm in. I'm in. That's all. Let's head up.
All right, partner.
Okay. That's pretty nice.
You don't have to take the long way back. There's a shortcut across the way, you see. It's through the cloud, but if I'm with you, I can help you through it. If you didn't already force the lock to the gate, that is. Going to be sad to leave the residential district. Well,
So through here, right?
don't dive in for too long. Only so much I can do. I'll be sure to cover you. Boxing's not really my thing. I'll be sure to cover you. Let's deal.
Wonder.
Let's deal.
Nah, you can have your clothes back. Alright, let's get out of here. cram, junk food, potato crisps, potato chips. Woo! Love me potato chips. Anybody who doesn't love potato chips, speak up now. Or else. Demonstration. Wow, I am nowhere near unlocking this. Holy shit. Hey. Okay, so wanted this for Slayer. What the hell? I don't have enough agility. I'll have to get an implant. What should I get? I might give toughness, just extra damage reduction to the threshold, which is just direct damage reduction, I guess.
You sure came a long way to rob this place. Guess greed is in the blood.
I did not actually come here of my own free will, Dean. I am collecting supplies that I will need if I'm gonna survive.
Getting real tired of tourist season. No offense, but you guys are lowering the bar.
Fucking, what do you mean lowering the bar? Have you looked at this place? What an asshole, dude. Cosmic Knife stays sharp and will last a lifetime. Neat.
Sierra Madre may wait, not me.
What is this? Come on and die. Come on, what? What do you want me to come on? A very hard cash register, huh? I'll bet it just has a buttload of ammo and resources.
Hey, those are my emergency supplies. I know we're in a bad spot here. Just leave me something, all right?
Sure, I left you the 9mm.
Never should have left those stupid handprints. Dead giveaway.
Alright, let's do I have a locksmith's readout? No. Oh well. Whatever's in there is gonna stay in there. We want to go to the town square, so that's this way.
If it isn't the...
I had a question for you. How do you switch back and forth? Does that make him edit questions? Who's this old man who brought us here?
Don't play stupid. I already have to mind one child. The old man obsessed with the Sierra Madre, riddled with greed. Hoped you're the same kind of greed. Followed the radio, the broadcast.
Why do you say I'm the same as the old man?
You're not him any more than I'm Dog. But that collar around your neck, you're an extension of the old man's grasp. Clumsy, perhaps, but a tool, yes. And once you get then you'll feel the same overpowering...
This old man, what do you know about him?
Elijah. Human. Weak like all of you are. Feeling age circling him like starved dogs, howling. To me, he reeks of age and failure. And madness. To me, running out of years, hopes and dreams running through his withered hands like sand from the big empty.
Scorched by the sun?
The old man, this Elijah, tried to hold the... Elijah wanted to bring the sun down to him.
Helios.
Arrogance.
And Archimedes. What is he doing here?
Heard the call of the Sierra Madre. Finds out it's more than a story. Dog knows him more than I do. Dog's always nodding, always obeying him, because he's weak.
Do you know how I got here?
Of course I know. Even if I don't see it happen. Every time I see one of you, I know exactly. You heard the voice, the promise, and then you walked.
You brought me here to the villa.
Me? You think I want to haul bodies around the wastes like a... You were in a man trap, and Dog made his rounds and dragged you here. When, I don't know.
Why'd you say that?
I don't remember you. That isn't surprising. What is that it was when Dog was out of his cage. He knows not to eat anything he catches in the traps. After that, however, Dog must have fed after you arrived. Once he was fed, that allowed me out of the cage and put him inside.
I don't remember, only woke up when my Pip-Boy went active.
Must have already been in the cage. Already had the collar in me. You're lucky Dog didn't devour you. Otherwise...
What's Elijah doing here?
Heard the call of the... Finds out it's more than a story. Comes to this... Dog knows him more than I do.
What does Dog know?
Ask him. Or better, don't.
Where's your collar? Get it. Who's this old man who brought us here?
Don't place.
So you're the one who knows how I got in. How I got to the villa.
Of course I...
So you know the way back?
The way back doesn't matter. Try to leave. Try to disobey. You're clever. You'd be able to find a way back if you left the villa. Dog can... I can find the way back. Until the old man lets you go, you're going nowhere.
So why did you bring me here? I'm trying to get back to the other conversation that allowed me the check.
Will, if it isn't the...
Didn't think much of our chances.
Found one of your stashes. Why'd you leave them around the villa?
Why? Survival. I still needed to leave the residential area. The villa's dangerous. So I left weapons and stims in case I got in a tight spot. I suppose this qualifies as...
Scratch supplies, like what?
I still need to eat. At least I think I do. The villa provides. Once I, well, realized what you could scrounge up around here, I had a lot of time to experiment. Well, here's the mix.
How'd you make it?
Scrape some cloud residue off the walls, mash it in a tin can. There's electric hot plates around if you can't find a campfire to mix it at. Although it might take a hardier survivalist than me.
Dean has taught you the Sierra Madre Martini perk, quote-unquote, allowing you to mix cloud residue and junk food in a tin can at a campfire or electric hots. Okay, fair enough. Have other people shown up in search of the Sierra Madre?
Tourists, you bet. If they survive the cloud, the ghost people, the traps, then...
So the visitors all killed each other?
Sure. First they figure they can get out, escape. Then they start thinking. They start weighing the odds, taking risks. And then... Although, it's odd. The bomb collars weren't...
What happened to the people who came to the villa?
Dead. Either got killed by one of the villa's attract. Can tell you right now, they didn't stick close to each other, and when they did, some left signposts to others trying to help them out. Just led to them getting killed by someone.
Any advice for getting through this?
Well, considering my life's on the... First off, keep everyone together. Keep checking. Also, don't go running crazy everywhere. Almost every inch of this town is... And speaking of slow, don't go shouting or attract...
They're the only ones alive around here.
Alive's a tricky word.
Yeah.
The locals, the ghosts, they're a little uncivilized.
I would
They
put
don't
that...
talk
Yeah,
much,
that would be the word.
as in...
Ever tried to deal with them?
Tried talking to them, bribing them, leaving food. Nothing. They catch you, they drag you into the cloud, and you're not coming back out. My advice?
How tough are they?
You shoot them, they get back up. You stab them, they get back up. That's why I have explosives all over this place. Unless you blow them, not enough bullets in the town to spend on them. So unless you're a real good...
I'm a fair shot. One shot, one kill's how I handle problems.
Well, you seem like you know how to handle. Once, I fired a lucky shot. Hit a gas tank one was. So if you're that good, don't aim for the head, aim for their...
Anything else about them I should know?
Whatever we do, don't rile them up. Normally, if they find out someone's trespassing, it'd be shaking a hornet's nest. Don't want to think how many of them could...
Where do they come from?
Friend, there's more mysteries in heaven and earth. Wait, no. I'd sooner ask what makes me an undying son of a bitch than spend any thought as to why... I'm counting myself lucky I still have my faculties. They sure don't. Then again...
Focus?
Always had the Sierra... Most folks, they don't have the same drive, the same need. Not worth my time. Pretty much ghost people before the bomb, now ghost people after.
It's got a point. I mean, we spent an hour at the start of the stream talking about that.
Of course you do. Let's hear them.
What are the vending machines? Tell me about the cloud.
The cloud showed up after the bomb, I think. Over the years, it kept climbing up out of the Sierra Madre until it was curtains for the sun. Doesn't seem to bother the ghost people. Can't see through it too well, though. So sometimes I can use the cloud.
What can you tell me about the villa in the town?
Residential area, clinic, police station. Should keep Salida del Sol, Puesta del Sol are East Town, West Town. Sunrise and sunset. Or were when the streets and... Ghost people don't come into the villa much. West Town and East Town, though, they're thick.
What are the vending machines?
Those little company stores. Sinclair's toy boxes. Put in the take any of the casino chips, put them into the machine, and you'll get... Sometimes you have to know exactly what to ask for. Other times, there's codes for,
Never seen machines like those before.
Yeah, well, machines like those weren't unusual before the bomb. Maybe to you they're amazing. To me, they're grifters without the personality.
Grifters?
Sinclair made sure if you spent money here, it went wonder.
How did he describe it?
Called it self-sufficient. Like he was doing the residents a favor. Right.
What other items can you get out of the machines?
If it's an emergency, you can get chems for any, condition. Sinclair left that for doctors and trained professionals, not the common folk.
So you need codes.
Even security and maintenance could get special supplies out of them.
Where can I find these cards?
Around. Don't have much use for them myself. I got all the basics covered as long as I have the chips to pay for them.
Fair enough. What weapons are you skilled with?
Not one for fighting, if we can avoid it. Still, wasn't bad at the pistol range. And explosives, a bit. A bit. Made a lot...
Well, if you still have your fingers, you gotta be good at it, at least.
Didn't think much...
Alright. Elijah.
Good. Well done. Now for the festivities.
Bro, it's louder
and your
as
part
fuck.
in all this. The owner of the Sierra Madre, for whatever reason, it needs to be fired off in order for the casino. So get your team into position indicated. You're so close now. Don't let me down.
Am I supposed to get to the markers on my map?
I've unlocked the west and east gates to Quest. Now that you survived the villa, I need to get to my position. You don't need me to hold. I'll keep monitoring you via the transceivers through the villa.
What is the gala
A
event?
display of lights, fireworks, music in the street. It is of no consequence, only firing the event is. After that.
Real work. What was this? Warm-up?
Perhaps you think this is a simple robbery. No, this is a heist of the centuries. We're not plundering the Sierra. It won't let its secrets go easily. Not without a fight. Use your team.
So,
What do you know about the gala event?
the gala event is the way to bring the old man out. He won't show himself, and so triggering the event is key. And the key. The question becomes, if we go there, you'll have to give me control.
You know anything else?
Dog might know more. You should ask him. Beware the answer, because I think Dog got hungry. I tried.
Any reason why you're assigned to this point on the map?
Maybe it's familiar. And as much as it bruises my ego, Besides, none of your assembled band of thieves look able to rip a 200-year rusted power switch down like a machete to fire up an entire town.
Fair enough.
If it isn't the...
I'm gonna...
All of your weapons will do.
Grab
and
you
your
just so I can give you this. me this shit. I'm not gonna use it.
While I'm in control, my ability to use his hands is... To warn you, as long as I'm in control, my coordination suffers. If it isn't the...
Need to get to your gala event position.
Maybe...
So that's just your wrist, then back to the fountain. You think he's using the Pip-Boy to establish the projector connection? Palms facing each other, then rotates it in a 180-degree arc. Back again. Think it might be close then. An idea where? As the casino frowns, she then looks west then east. She holds out her hand and motions to Pip-Boy. Show her the Pip-Boy. There's the Pip-Boy intently, turning your arm around as if your wrist is the sensor module she just found. Didn't seem interested in the screen. She studies the exterior, then the casing. She seems to be making sure it's intact. No worries, I'll just stand here like a piece of furniture until you're done. Finger stabs through the red buttons, narrowing in on the local map. She scrolls to the Sierra Madre's main gate, frowns back out. Calls up the local map, zoom in. Her intent starts to lose some of its edge as she notes the marker. She looks up at you, points at the marker on your Pip-Boy, points west, and tilts her head. Why do you think he wants you to go to Puesto del Sol switching station? Makes a motion as if typing at keys, then she points at you, raises her left wrist and pantomimes talking into it. She points at you, then her looks right and left, raises two fingers, tries to type, pauses. Nadine or dog have the technical aptitude to man the switching station? She slowly nods, looks impressed. This would be a lot easier if you did one snap for yes, two snaps for no. She smiles humorlessly, she then nods once slowly, then she shakes her head slowly. She then looks at you, her face wrinkled in a humorless smile. Okay, I get it. Better than finger snaps. Her face wrinkles more, then she gives a reluctant smile. Smile, that's more like it. Still smiles, she rolls her eyes and then slowly taps the back of her wrist. You really need to relax. The entire place is a pre-war paradise, you know. She looks at you surprised, and she opens her mouth as if to laugh silently. Almost as soon as she utters her silent laugh, she stops, looks pained, her expression becomes dark. We'll find a way to heal you, alright? Doesn't look at you, continues to stare darkly in front of her. Gets at you and taps the back of her wrist. She nods in front of her. Alright.
Was that him floating above the fountain, the boss man? Sure does like to make a presentation.
Oh, yeah.
We should keep it down, or else the ghost people are going to swarm the gates. Vera.
You know the holographic woman?
Yeah, don't you?
No.
Or guess Vera Keys got lost along with the rest of the hollow archive. Ghost in name and image. Still a looker, though. Got to hand it to Sinclair. Sure can pick him. Well, or get picked. Whichever.
Tell me about her.
Vera was a big star back before the bomb. Not the best actress, but, well, she had other talents. Nice voice, nice legs. For some reason, Sinclair, he built this place. She caught his eye. Once he was hooked, that was it. Had to have her. So made the introductions, and guess what? He builds this place for her like some kind of Cleopatra obsession. Wasn't always a death trap.
I mean, yeah, I'd assume so. You knew her before?
Of course. What? Some kind of surprise to you that I knew people once? Used to have my name in lights, all right? Knew a dozen Veras, or whatever her name was. Vera Keys. Figured I could pay Sinclair back. Introduce the two. Guy was a slouch in the Dane department. Had to pick up the slack somehow.
Know anything about this gala event we're supposed to trigger?
Supposed to be the grand opening of the Sierra Madre. Lots of lights, music, the works. And he's going to use the gala event to open the casino? But that's interesting.
Why? Sure is interesting. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah. Maybe the drain in power, that'll cause the security systems to shut down enough to let us in. But getting back out? No, the place will close up tighter than an opening at the Fronds. Or Danny Parker's sphincter when he has to tip a doorman.
So the gala event's tied into the casino's generators.
Right, look. So, not everything about the villa was the pinnacle of bright ideas.
Never is.
In order to pull off the gala, old Sinclair had to get creative. The Sierra Madre announcement, for example. Not just for the casino, not at all. The gala's tied to the casino, draws on its power. Might cause it to reset itself, open the doors for a bit like it was supposed to.
What do you mean about the Sierra Madre broadcast?
Well, Vera's beautiful voice doesn't run on casino power exactly. Her broadcast is tied into the emergency broadcast signal for the Sierra Madre. You know, in case of attack. Well, guess what? The night of the gala event, the emergency signal went out all right. But because the broadcast had been hooked up to the gala event, instead of an emergency signal, you get Vera's voice on the radio. Great, huh?
So it's not an invitation, it's a call for help.
Yeah. The Sierra Madre's last song. One only a few people are ever going...
According to the market, you're slated for a spot in Puesta del Sol.
No. Looks like a rooftop in Puesta del Sol. In better days, nice view. Now, it's the last place anyone wants to step. That place during spring, summer and fall, a little bit in winter, is a prime resort spot for ghost people. If we're going there, I'm not going alone. And if you have any
idea why he wants you there?
Partner, I'm not sure this guy's operating with a full... He figures the strong man's needed somewhere, even if it's... Plus, I'm guessing wherever old doggy boy's needed doesn't need smarts.
What about Christine?
Christine, that her name? Nice name. I mean, you can't see it on posters, but never mind.
Sure you can.
I don't know. She might need to hold some place where speaking isn't important. And me? I've had prime billing in Europe. Don't get me wrong. I can hold an audience, conduct a score from the rooftops, but I'm...
Not following.
Odd man out. Dead weight. Someone you need holding the toolbox, the nurse passing the scalpel, the chauffeur. Any guy with hands is who he needs up on that rooftop. Guess he thinks I don't rate.
Alright, let's go. Oh, I guess he's coming with me. Just getting food so I can heal myself. Keep eating so that I can keep getting my health back. Not gonna eat the junk food, we might need that. for making those martinis, these ones, which, you know, I'm gonna save these for when I need them. All right. Ow. You gonna use those? I'd really appreciate it if you did, please. I mean, it's not like I'm in real danger against these guys. I can take them, but I'd appreciate not having to do so alone. Did you really just wait for me to be in melee with that guy to shoot him? Whoa. Okay.
Beer tastes like copper or old world gold.
Floors have teeth. Aha. That's what he means. Bear traps.
Happy you followed the serum. Madre broadcast. Curiosity and greed. Same thing.
Shut the hell up, super mutant. You're acting like you're somehow better than everybody else when you can barely keep your own mind together.
Almost got away. Then the idiot's hunger screws it up. Wish I had a stealth boy instead of this bear trap.
Mm-hmm. Shit! That actually fucked me up, huh? Need to get in melee with that guy to take him out safely. That's funny, that melee is somehow safer. How the hell did that hit me?
All of your weapons will do, and your stims.
I'll keep the automatic rifle. Call it a souvenir. Try to leave and boom. Yeah. Yeah, that's been established.
We'll need to move faster than this if we're going to outwit the old man.
No, my guy, we need to move safely. We need to make sure we make it out of here alive to reach the next stage. Otherwise, not really doing much, are we? Kinda just getting in our own way. Radio. How do we get to the next spot that we need to get to? Oh, we fight, I guess.
It's your own fault you're here. Couldn't leave well enough alone.
Got him.
Kill this one before
I'ma keep it a buck with you, dog. In a fight, I don't really need you to be all that good. I kinda just need you to, you know, make noise. Get their attention. You're still a super mutant. It doesn't matter how weak you are, or how bad of a fighter. Where is your god now? Oh, that's actually cool. It's other way. It's reversed.
a row of switches. These switches won't move themselves after all. There must.
You know how to operate switches?
I do. The diagram there.
If you know how to operate this, need you to trust me to get through this.
You're right, but trust? No, I can help you. These wiring diagrams. We just need to make sure that Dog doesn't surface before that happens.
What kind of food?
Dog has torn apart a number of the inhabitants of this town. Find some of the inhabitants. It'll require some hunting on your part. They're not easy to kill. But I have faith in you, and the...
Alright, I'll go hunting.
2 chunks of meat from their bodies should be enough. If that human wasn't wearing a collar...
Oh, please. If the human wasn't wearing a collar, you'd already be dead. Figured a gunshot would draw them in. What's this? Oh, this is the gate control terminal. little dice. That's cute. Let's see what happens if I reset the ventilation. Okay, that clears this out. Good. Ow. One of Dean's stashes. Let's use some of our food to heal. That's not what I meant to do. Unfortunate. Wasted. But we'll make do. Use a stim pack to make up for it. Ow! What? That's new. I wasn't there before.
You better have brought enough meat.
Yeah, there should be enough.
You're good at fetching. This should keep him where he belongs.
Bro, you asked for my help. How are you insulting me? Alright, I'm closing the gate now. Stay there and behave. Okay, we just gotta get out of here. There's no point in fighting any more ghost people. Fucking dicks! Everything is brown. I can't see the goddamn traps. This isn't the way out. It's not the right spot. Yeah. We'll go this way. If we go this way, we'll for sure... Ah, there it is, yeah. Let's see. Alright. Okay, so... just keep going. Now, we're gonna talk to... I think we're gonna do... Christine next. Come on, Christine. Let's go. We will, for sure, for real, on God, no cap, make it out of this. Oh, fuck. I was like, what is he throwing? Turns out, it was a gas bomb. Get him. Beat his ass. Roast him while he's not paying attention. Scans the edge, seems on edge, checking the arcades and arches for a movement. Return outfit item. Ooh. Notices the ground, makes a snapping motion to the hand, and taps around the pantomime's walking slow, looking in front of her. Yeah. Obviously we should be walking slowly. I mean, I'm not because I'm easily bored, but still. Let's go back here. I want to crack this safe with this locksmith's readout. That was not worth it. Well, that was the arrow pointing. She got scared and takes a slow. I couldn't see what she read. Couldn't read that. Not giving up my share. What the hell just shot at me? No idea. Oh. That's funny. It just plain missed. Throw out the glass pitcher.
Good thing I installed radios in the cars. Pit boys letting me pick them up. Sitting too long. Damned arthritis. Better look some instructions in case something happens. There's no reason why it could have gone wrong. I had it all planned out. Maybe it was the curse of the Sierra Madre. If only people would do what I say. Wouldn't need these damn collars to keep them in line. Keep going for each other's throats like dogs. Damn it. Get back here. Still can't figure out why I lost the signals. Damn it. Get back here.
Okay, what's in this terminal? Damn raid. Ville security showed up today and searched the place. Domino must have made the chief mad, so this was payback. Had all our stashes tucked away when they arrived, didn't find much. Chief tried to be all hard with us about keeping our nose clean, ranted about casino policy. That Sinclair's a tight ass. Sick of these spot checks and stripped by the casino search programs every time I... Pardon me. Enter the villa. What's his issue with chems? He could use some. Look at that pretty bride-to-be. But she looks half doped up with that expression of hers. Med-X from the looks of it. Good thing we were inside. Damn, I missed peril. Ooh, that was a good-ass crit. Eat some food, get some of our health back, and in fact, we'll use one of these. Use everything we have. And some right away.
The switching station. That's where you'll need to bring the mute.
Oh, we made it. Repair the electrical box to gain access to the rest of the switching station. There. Listen before you lose a head. Ennis' terminal. To Director Simmons. Simmons, the ventilation system's on the fritz again, and I need to even out the power distribution manually for the new generator we're bringing online. It's positively sweltering down in that cramped little room. You know I don't cope well with the heat, so I'd like to do the work remotely. What's the password for the backup machine again? About you, what do you have to say? Minimum power level required 43, power currently supplied 85, acceptable variation from norm 15%, large variation past 24 hours 36. That's not great. Alright. Makes a walking motion to her fingers and slowly shakes her head. What, you mean don't walk in the poison cloud? Who put those there? Why? What was the reason? Okay, gotta hack this. Well, that was convenient. Turn them off. Oh! Treasure's mine, assholes. Okay, if you say so. Oh, hey, Dean's Electronics. Nice. Let's keep getting through this place. She looks frightened and trembles slightly, as if finding an urge to run. Please don't run, I need you here. You are quite essential. Nods towards the terminal on the far side of the room. Alrighty then. Automatic rifle. Bro, why are all of these very hard and then they don't have stuff to actually, you know, fit very hard locks? They're real shitty. You hear a loud noise coming from the room to the west. Sounds as if the ventilation systems are firing up, clearing the cloud out of the switching station basement sections of Puesta del Sol streets. One more. And pop. Let's go. This is a very easy one. There you go. That was easy. Very easy, some might say. Locker key. Old Man Ennis left his key on one of the consoles again, so I'm making this note to remind myself to give it back next time I see him. We should stuff his locker full of Dandy Boy apples or something, maybe then he'd be less forgetful. Suit damage. Sure, the docs at clinic got mad, but we didn't have any choice. If we wanted to get medical attention after that gas hit us. So we cut his suit open with one of those surplus steak knives. Things could cut through a T-bone like it was hot butter. The rest of us tried to pry the locks on our suits, finally had to use the knives on ours too. Can't wait until this job is over and we can let the villa collapse on itself. They'll be too busy at the casino anyway. Well, I guess we did need that. Oh, sweet. Chinese Army Spec Ops Training Manual. Let's see. Gives emergency powering transfer control to this station. Ooh. Mercy motions to you. Points at the door uneasily, then makes a pulling motion with her hand. She seems hesitant. Give me a second. Found a way to do the bypass from here. You should be able to just use the terminal over there. Lucy nods gratefully. She glances in the direction of the terminal, looks at you, smiles, gives a thumbs up. Just a second, because the whole rifle does have, like, stuff you can do to it to improve it. Let me see the focus optic. Where do you get the focus optics? Okay, haven't reached it yet. And the advanced calibration. In Puesta del Sol. So that's next place. Okay. Okay, just need to keep an eye out for them. You gonna be okay here? Take your hand. She holds it, meeting your eyes intently for a few moments. She gives you your hand a gentle squeeze, then releases it and smiles slightly. We'll get through this. Yay! Good boy points. Turret control system. Decimating. That's a good name for a turret. All right, deactivate them. Up we go. Gonna grab the hollow rifle mod, just real quick. You know, you can just return all of these, nice. Worth picking them up now. That's not what I meant to do. Only meant to grab one, didn't figure that I'd be even able to grab multiple. Not sure why it didn't let me. Since the hollow rifle is a unique weapon, and at the most you'll be able to mod it one time. Okay, and we're back here. Alrighty. Let's get back to the center area. Yo, Dean! Dean, my man. How's it going? Well, I'll tell you how it's going. It's getting late, guys. So, hope everybody enjoyed, but it's about time we end the stream. So, I'll see you all next time. Have a good one, guys.